everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Before we start, please maintain your language. Anyone will cause a fight or a personal argument, we will block you both. Just take care, you know. This is not a place for people to fight with each other. It's a chat. Take it easy. Okay? Take it easy. Relax. Relax. Jibreel is going to come to you and he will squeeze you when time comes. Everybody will be squeezed. Jibreel is coming soon. Hey, Jibreel. Yes. Well, Jibreel, he just said, if somebody needs squeezing, please call him at his phone number. 0000, never answer. Jibreel. All right, let us see. Do you hear me, guys? I think I lost internet. All right. So, if people here are coming to listen and learn, I will be happy to hear you. If you are coming here to cause a problem, this is a different story. So today our topic is a Muslim woman. She posed the following: if I lose connection for a second, that's mean Jibreel is squeezing my internet. Okay, don't be patient. So, a Muslim woman, she made a post. Her name is Jasmine. And I wanted to share this post with you to show you how much Muslims are confused. Not a single one of them knows what he's talking about. So, our sister Jasmine, she's a Muslim. She said, Quran 355, chapter 4, verse 157, 158. Jesus, Isa, I don't want to ask one of the Muslims how Jesus became Isa, but this is a different story, had died on the cross. He died on the cross because Allah took his life shortly after he was crucified. Okay. Now here, if you ask yourself, how come this Muslim here, she have different understanding from other Muslims? The answer is very simple. Because Islam is a very silly, stupid religion, and it's about confusion. See, the Quran have tons of verses have nothing to do with something serious. Like, you know, Suleiman was walking in the valley, and he heard an ant, and the ant, she said to the other ant, hide, otherwise Suleiman will destroy you. I mean, what about you give us more verses to explain what happened to Jesus? You know what I mean? The 7 sleepers, are they 2 or 3 or 4? Only Allah knows best. A king, his name is Solomon. He died in there. He died standing, holding a stick. All those fairy tale stories in chapter 18 and chapter 27. I mean, this God, he have a lot of time to talk about all the stupid stuff. It's cartoon. But when it's come to Jesus, he have 2 words. They killed him not for sure, and they crucify him not for sure. Okay, so what sure happened? Not for sure. He did not even say did not kill him. He said not for sure. And this is why we see the Muslims here are confused about what their God's saying, not what we are saying. What we are saying is so clear that Jesus was crucified in the cross, and then he was in the tomb for 3 days, and then he is resurrected, and he appeared to his disciple and many people. There's no confusion. In Islam, the story is not there. You know, when you ask a Muslim, first of all, who is Jesus? Let us start from the beginning. Please, if you have a question, ask only about the topic. Anything else, don't change the topic. try to ask yourself a question. Before you ask the question you will give to me, is this question have to do with what he's saying now? If not, save it for later when we are done. If I'm done, and I say who have another question out of the topic, then you give me the question. And the reason we don't want to that, because you will take me away from my topic, and there's no point. So let's start from the beginning. If we ask Muslims, who is Jesus? Who is a Muslim in the chat? He can help us. Who is Jesus? They don't know. Okay, there's a guy, his name Mr. Green, I don't know, he's a Muslim convert. He says the Bible written by John. John who? Luke who? Mark who? Hold on. Jesus who? Muhammad who? Isa who? Luqman who? Salih who? I mean, all your religion is based on nobody. If we ask them who is Isa, they will say to you he is the son of Mary. Like, who is Mary? She is the daughter of Imran, but Imran is the father of Moses. Are we talking about the same Jesus, Muslims? If we are talking about the same Jesus, let me know. You see, if Imran was one of, let us say, like Mary, she is married to Joseph. Joseph have a father, Mary, she have a father. And we can say that Mary, she is the daughter of those two men. Why? Because she is daughter-in-law for one, and she is daughter in reality for a real father. In Islam, there is no Imran. Who is Imran? Where this guy's coming from? Because the foolish Muhammad, he thought that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron, and Aaron is the brother of Moses. And the reason for that is true. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, it says Maryam, the same exact name Muhammad used in the Quran. Maryam is the sister of Aaron. He have a sister, her name is Maryam. And this Maryam mentioned in the Old Testament. So Muhammad, he learned from the Jews that there is a guy, his name is Aaron, he's a prophet. And there's a guy, his name is Moses or Moshe, and he is a prophet. And they have a sister, her name is Maryam. Therefore, Muhammad came with the conclusion that Maryam, she is the sister of Aaron, and that will make Aaron have the same father of Mary. That's why, if we go to the Quran, we will find that Mary is appearing in chapter 3, which is the holy chapter called the chapter of Ali Imran. Okay, who is Imran? But this is the father of Moses, as you see. The whole chapter is named supposedly Imran because supposedly this is the father of Mary. So let's make it clear. Muslims, they have a very flexible religion. We change the name of the father, we change the name of the son, we change the name of the sister. We call the name wrongly because we have a very stupid, silly person trying to present himself as a prophet. Like once the Quran says Abraham, his name is Abraham, and once says Ibrahim. Which one is of them? Is Ibrahim the same as Abraham? If you check in the Quran right now as an example, when we search for the word Israel, Israel, okay, I'm typing in English as usual. I hate it. Sometimes I type the whole sentence and then I find myself typing like gibberish letters. Let us switch. Okay, Israel. Here we go. First time the word Israel appear in chapter 2, verse number 40. And the Quran keeps saying Israel, 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 Israel. Okay, if I say to somebody, oh, children of Israel, shouldn't I tell them first who is Israel? You know what I mean? Oh, children of Israel. Okay, who is Israel first? There's nothing in the Quran says who is this guy Israel. This is not a book. This is a stupid, silly book. You know, when you want to tell me, okay, I'm making a movie. Suddenly I say in the movie Israel. Who is Israel? Okay, children of Israel. Look. So I recognize a nation by a guy, his name is Israel, but I did not recognize the person first. Are you getting my point? Then the Muslim, they will say to you, oh, Israel is Jacob. Where are you learning that? Where are you learning that from? From the Bible? So how Islam is a perfect religion, and the Quran says, today I completed my religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and chose Islam for you as a religion. Yet, you need to read our books of the Jews and the Christians to find out who is this guy, who is that guy. Chapter 5, verse number 3. One of the most silly, stupid verses in the Quran. But remember, even this verse is coming in the chapter of the table, Al-Ma'idah. You ask the Muslims why it's called Al-Ma'idah, they will say to you that the disciple of Jesus, they asked Jesus to give them a lot of food, you know? Yeah, because Jesus, he opened a buffet, you know? Like, you believe in me, I give you food, okay? Who want food? Yeah. So they took the story of Jesus, feeding thousands, but Jesus did not feed thousands because he invited them for food. There was a lot of people listening to him, and time for eating, and Jesus blessed the food, and then the food multiplied. It's a miracle. The story of the Muslims is totally different. The disciple of Jesus, they asked Jesus to send food from the sky. Okay, Jesus, can you send us some food from the sky? So Jesus looked up and says, hey Allah, can you send us some sandwiches? And then Allah, he sent them 7 sandwiches. Each one of them have inside what? Anyone remember? Who remember? What is inside the sandwich? Falafel? No. Shawarma? No. 7 wheels. Like what? 7 wheels for 12 disciples? I mean, those disciples were so hungry. 7 wheels for 12 disciples. I mean, don't you think this is too much? 7 wheels. Oh boy. That must be my cousin. He ate like a camel, you know. So all the stories from the Bible, story from the Bible is abrogated in the Quran. Muhammad have his tons of fictions. And okay, Al-Ma'idah. Where is this? What is the story of Al-Ma'idah? What this? If you read this chapter here, okay, what does have to do with the verse after it? And what the verse after it have to do with the verse after it? And what the verse after it have to do with the verse after it? And what does verse have to do with Jesus? Because remember, this is the chapter of Al-Ma'idah. This is about Jesus making a miracle, feeding thousands. Okay. Stupid religion. If you ask a Muslim, what the Messiah, who is the Messiah, what the Christian believe, based on the Quran, the stupid Quran, in one verse Allah, he says, those who believe the Messiah is Allah, they are kuffar. Okay, hold on. The Christian, they believe that the Messiah is Allah. Okay, so how the other verse says that those who believe in 3, they are kuffar? Because if the Christian believe that Allah is the Messiah, we don't believe in Allah anyway. Even somebody will say to you, the Arabic Christian, they use the word Allah in their Bible translation. This is a stupid translation. Take it off. So Allah in the Quran said that those who believe, the Christians who believe that the Messiah is Allah are kuffar. Okay. Who is the other 2 persons? Because Jesus now is Allah, remember. Who is the other 2 persons in the Trinity, according to Islam? I mean, this religion is so silly to the point it cannot even tell us what is the Trinity. In other verse, Muhammad, he said clearly that Mary, she is part of the Trinity, which is absolutely false. We Christians don't believe in that. And if a Muslim will say to me, upon some time, upon the time of Muhammad, there was people who worship Mary, well, that's mean Muhammad is an idiot. Because this is not the Christians, and he's talking about different people. You see, I cannot say Jehovah's Witnesses and say that they are the Christians. I cannot say the Mormon and say they are the Christians. The Christians is those who believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Anything else is no Christian. As simple as that. If you ask the Muslim even, what the word Christians in the Quran mean, they say there is no Christian in the Quran, there is Nasara. Okay, what Nasara mean? Jesus says, who is going to be my helpers? That is Nasara. The disciples, they say, we are going to be your helpers. I mean, our name became the helpers. How come? The Christians are called Christians since the beginning of Christianity. Suddenly in Muhammad village, we are Nasara. Obviously, Muhammad, he never met Christians. He never saw Christians. He saw a bunch of fake cult, you know. Nasara is coming from the Nazareth, which is mean the poor. The poor. And the reason they are called the poor, the Christians themselves, they call them poor. Why? Because they have poor in understanding the Bible, so they are a cult. They are rejected by the Christians. And those people, they run away from the Christian population where they are because they are rejected, and they came to Arabia where they can preach their cult. So Muhammad, he met the Nasara. He did not meet really Christians. This is why the foolish Muhammad, he was talking about what he saw around him, but he never know what the Christians believe. So here, indeed, those who believe that the Messiah is Allah, son of Mary, okay, who are those who believe that the Messiah, son of Mary, is Allah? Not a single Christian he believe in such a thing. Because let us say, for the sake of argument, Muhammad, he meant that we believe in the Messiah to be the Father, but we don't believe in that. We believe that the Father is the Father, the Messiah is the Messiah, and the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. 3 persons. We don't believe that the Messiah is the Father. We believe in one God, yes. What we believe in 3 persons. So Muhammad here is talking about what? This is his God speaking, remember. Then the Christian, they say we are people who've been loved by God. And the Jews, they say the same. And then Muhammad decided to refute them. He says, well, if so, how come he is torturing you? Look at the stupidity. Look at the stupidity. Who is God is torturing us? What do you mean? I thought torturing or punishment will be in the judgment day. So Muhammad, he have no answer for anything, is making up things, and this is a refutation of his stupidity, because Muslims are being, if about good life, we know, all of us, we knew that, as an example, the Jews are the most rich people in the world. We know that, right? And good life depends in situation, like, some countries, some Muslim countries, they get so wealthy from the oil, but all their life they were miserably living, in the desert. There's nothing. They don't even know what a couch means. This is why the Quran promised Muslims when they go to heaven, they will have couches. Have you ever heard of a God, he promised couches? God, he promised couches. And a t-shirt made of silk, green silk, and made in Iran, Gucci. Obviously, this God was speaking to those poor Arab who have a dream. This is why he seduced them by going and fighting and killing and subdued other nations and take their women and take their money and take their gold. Now, if we ask again, any Muslim person who claimed to be a sheikh, where is Jesus now? Where is Jesus? You will see each one of them, he have different story. Let us see this one.
Allah says, Jesus, may peace be upon him, warned his people and reminded them that Allah is going to send you a comforter to come. Allah will send you a man who will continue my message that you should worship Allah alone. You know, the laws of jurisprudence might differ, but the laws of belief have not differed from the time of Adam right to the end.
So the law of belief is any woman, she want to give herself to the prophet so he can have sex with her? Is that the law of belief, which never changed since Adam? Did Allah, he gave Adam a verse saying, here, Adam, any woman she will sleep with you, she is welcome? Did Allah give Moses, any woman she want to sleep with you, she is welcome? Is that the law of belief? Did God send to Moses or to all the prophet that you can have sex with the children? They are 6 years old. Or you can have sex with your own daughter-in-law? Isn't it John the Baptist who paid his life for fighting against a man who is breaking God's order? He cut his head for the sake of, you know, unlawful marriage. So when the Muslims, they try to present to us that we Christians and they Muslims and the Jews, we believe in the same God and we have the same, you know, belief. We don't have the same belief. Why? Do we kiss black stones? And we believe the black stone, if we kiss it, is going to forgive our sin? You know, we can go on in the topic and you will see wherever we go, Islam is stupid. As an example, like how many of us we heard the Muslims saying that Abraham, he is the one who built the Kaaba? Right? Don't they say that? And they say even Adam, he was there before Abraham, and then Abraham, he rebuilt it. And they say to you that Ishmael is the father of the Arab, and some naive Christian, they say the same in their churches because they are ignorant idiot who copy paste from each other. Right? Okay. So who is a Muslim in the chat? He agreed that Allah, he sent Ishmael and Abraham to Mecca. Do we have any Muslim in the chat? He agree with that? Who is a Muslim would like to help us? Is it true, Muslims, that Allah, he sent Abraham and Ishmael, his son, to Mecca? Do we have any Muslim there? Who is a Muslim want to help us? I think the Muslims are busy with the sandwiches sent to Isa, the 7-wheel. Nobody is responding. They are doing Ramadan now. Ramadan, the month of eating, not the month of fasting. They sleep all night. They eat all night, they sleep all day. Who is a Muslim can help us? Is it true that you Muslims believe that Ishmael is the father of the Arab and Muhammad descended from Ishmael and he came to Mecca? We have only Muhammad Said. Muhammad Said, I don't know if you are really a Muslim or not. I don't know. It sounds like you have a fake license plate. What is my guarantee that you are a Muslim? Do you have a beard? You don't. Do you drink camel urine? You don't. Do you eat 7 ajwa a day? You don't. Do you jump with water, have dead dogs and women blood from period like the Prophet Muhammad? You don't. So what are you saying? I'm a Muslim. You are not. I want a real Muslim. Who is a real Muslim here? Nobody. Okay. Look what they say to you. They say that we are Abrahamic. They say we are Abrahamic. Do you remember the video we showed you, the guy in Oman Khan, he said the last interpretation, the interpretation of the last 2 verses of the chapter of the cow? I love the cow chapter. You know, I like beef sometimes, you know, not all the time. Even cows, they do fart a lot, but anyway, you know, global warming caused by cows. So, if you remember in the interpretation of the verse, Nu'man Khan, he said, Aman al-Rasul. And he said, the Prophet, he said Shahada, he converted to Islam. Before that, he have no clue. He have no clue. He have no clue, he have no glue, we have nothing. All right? So at the age of 40, Muhammad, he became a believer. Before that, he was what? Any Muslim can help us? Anyone? We can play the video again in case you are confused. This is what Nu'man Khan, he said. وَآمَنَ الرَّسُولُ. The prophet, he believed. He believed when? At that moment. In what? In what we sent to him. And he says to you, he have to say Shahada because the prophet at that time, he have no clue. To confirm what this verse saying, that Muhammad before that day, he do not know anything, he have no belief, you will find that the Muslims, they say to us in the Quran, let us see. And there's other verse actually, but this one is enough. Chapter 42, verse number 52. It says clearly that Muhammad, when he received the inspiration from Allah, which is nothing have to do with inspiration. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody being squeezed 3 times? And then a guy, he told him to read. That can be called inspiration. Even the title for it or definition for it is wrong, because this is not inspiration. Inspiration is something you receive inside you from God. Not somebody squeeze you and deliver for you as words. That is not inspiration. So here it says, وَكَذَلِكَ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ, and the Muslim, they translate the word inspired, which is true translation, by the way, but it's wrong, because Muhammad, he did not receive inspiration, he received a message delivered by angel after squeezing him 3 times, and no mayonnaise came out. So, and thus we have inspired thee, okay, a spirit of our command, okay, thou knows not the scriptures was, nor the faith. Muhammad, he do not know anything about scriptures, which means he do not know anything about God words, and he do not have faith. Do you see it? So Muhammad was a pagan person for the last 40 years of his life, and today he became a believer. This is what chapter 2 verse number 8 to 85 saying. Now he believed. And this is why Nu'man Khan was saying, well, the prophet before that date, he don't have a belief. Okay. Then we go to Ishmael. When the Muslims, they say to us that Muhammad was following Abraham, and then we have a Quran saying Muhammad, he do not even know a word in the scripture. He do not know anything about scriptures, because Abraham, according to Muslims, Abraham have a book. Hey, by the way, Muslims, what is the book of Ishmael? As long as he's a prophet, do you know his name? The name of the book of Ishmael? Think of one, you know, but don't choose falafel or shawarma. That would be funny. So Muhammad, he never heard of the scriptures of Abraham. This is what the verse saying. And he have no faith in the scriptures of Abraham. In the top of that, they say to us that Muhammad, he was a believer all his life, and he was Abrahamic. And this lie now continue, like now, not long time ago, in the time of Trump, they signed a peace agreement, supposedly, between Emirat and Bahrain and Israel, and they call it the Abrahamic agreement, which is very funny. I mean, what those people have to do with Abraham? Are they Jews? Anyway, let it go. And then we find in the Quran, different verse, where the Quran says it clearly, that Abraham never was in that land. Never, never. Let us see the verse. And this is why I say it's very important for you, if you want to learn how to defeat Islam, which is very easy, by the way, but you need to, to earn some knowledge. Chapter 34, verse number 44. And remember, we are going to talk about Jesus supposedly, right? But here we are giving you introduction for all the lies which is the Muslim use to introduce Jesus if their own imaginary. So we have sent and we have given them no scriptures which to study, nor sent unto them before thee any warner. Do you see it? People, do you see it? The Quran, this is not the book of a Christian prince, this is not the book of, Joe Biden, you know the thing, you know? I mean, the Quran is the book of, you know the thing. I mean, what is this? How you say to us that Muhammad was following Abraham, and how you say to us that even Adam, he came to the Kaaba, Abraham, he was there, and Muhammad is descendant from Ishmael, and Ishmael was a messenger, and Abraham was a messenger in that location. And then you say to us, we never sent before thee a warner. So what Abraham was doing there, and what Ishmael was doing there? He was playing golf with the Trump. The verse says it clearly, we never sent a warner before you, which is clearly indicate that there is no prophet came to the city of Mecca ever. Never. And we never gave them scriptures too, because if Abraham came to them, will he have his scriptures with him? Isn't he a prophet? Or maybe, you know, Abraham, he leave his scriptures behind when he traveled, maybe. It's possible though, you know, like, I mean, always I do that, you know, I leave the scriptures behind and I go different place. And then when I go there, I'm zero. I have no scriptures. That's it. What, this is crazy religion. So everything Islam state about following Abraham, we are Abrahamic and all this madness is a lie. Let us go and see more of what this lady, she is saying in her comment. Okay. So Jesus died in the cross, and this is showing you how much confused they are, because other Muslims, they would say no. You know, he did not die in the cross. Okay. So Muslims, obviously, they are very confused about if Jesus died or not. Depend in the magazine they are reading. So he died in the cross because Allah took his life shortly after he was crucified. I mean, look at this. Look how deep the details. Shortly, like he did not wait long. I mean, okay, Jesus is dead in the cross now. Jesus, okay, I'm coming to take you. 15 minutes, okay, 15 minutes. Shortly, you know, shortly. I mean, what do you mean he took his life shortly? What does that mean? Because if they crucified him, well, he did not take his life. Hello? You see, God take my life if he is the one who took my life. But if somebody crucified me, and I'm talking about the normal thing, somebody killed somebody. Is it God who killed him? No. He was crucified. So what do you mean Allah, he took his life shortly? Hello? Allah did not want his beloved Rasul to be killed. Like what? Guys, Allah don't want Jesus to be killed by a human, but you just said he died he's in the cross. So what the Muslim here saying, okay, the Jews were shouting, kill him, kill him. The Roman put him in the cross, and now Jesus is dying. So Allah, he said to himself, you know what, I'm not going to let this happen. I will not let the human kill him. I will kill him first. What is this? He will not let him die by the hand of the human. Already they did. They crucified him. But because Islam is very silly, a poor Muslim woman, she is trying to find a solution. Maybe she is copying an article here. I don't think this is her own statement. You know, God knows what sect. Muslim sect are more than rice. You know, I don't know if you eat, guys, you like rice? You go to Asia, everybody eats rice. I mean, in the Middle East, everybody eat bread. Unbelievable. We are bread people, you are rice people. Man, you know what? I'm so glad Muhammad, he never saw rice. Otherwise, he will make a chapter of rice. And he will make it a food of heaven because it's so white. You know, he's a racist. He will never allow the brown rice to enter heaven, the racist Muhammad. Because remember, everybody is white. The women are white. The boys are white. The Muslim, all of them will turn white. And the funny thing about this white thing, that Allah will give you to drink. The angel will give you to drink when you enter heaven. One of them will make you so tall and 33 years old, and the other one will make you so white. Unbelievable. Oh boy. And he will make all non-Muslim black. Finally, my dream will come true. I will become black and I will have a girlfriend. Man, that's so good to be true. So beautiful. So beautiful. Anyway, so Allah killed him because he don't want him to die by the human. Okay, hold on. So why Allah don't want Jesus to die by the human, but he let Muhammad die by a human? Don't you know the story that your prophet was killed by poison bought from Home Depot? Rat poison. Here you see the Muslims, how much they are confused. So God, Allah will not allow, people to kill his beloved prophet by human. But the Quran says that the Jews, they killed many prophets. How come Jesus is not going to be killed? And here, another thing. Like, let us go here. Hold on. In this verse here, you read it, I made tea. Until now, I did not even take one slip. Unbelievable. Let me take one. Okay, halal tea, by the way. This is halal. Made in Sri Lanka. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so the Quran keeps saying that those Jews, they keep killing prophets. Look how many verses. Chapter 2, verse number 87. Chapter 5, verse number 70. Okay. Read with me carefully. And let us zoom in. And verily we gave into Moses the scriptures and caused a train of messenger. Train. I'm really confused about. I took a train, by the way, when I went to. I went between to Romania and all the way to Greece. I mean, the train was the most hilarious train. There's no bathroom. I mean, you should see the train. I love it. Unbelievable. Maybe this is a train Allah's talking. Train of messengers. I mean, what translation is that? Let me change the translation, man. Train of messengers. Okay, maybe it's my funny English. Let us see Hilali and Khan. Okay. Hilali and Khan. Indeed, we gave Moses the book and followed him with succession of messengers, and we gave Isa, the son of Maryam, clear signs and supported him with Ruh al-Qudus. Look. They put between two brackets Jibreel. Muslims, where in the Quran it says that Jibreel is Ruh al-Qudus? And how he is Ruh? You know what Ruh mean? How he is Ruh and he is holy. Jibreel, isn't it Allah, he ordered him according to the Quran to bow down to Adam because they accused Adam to do mischievement in earth? And he told them, tell me the truth, tell me those names if you are truthful, which means he accused them to be liars. So how you call him Holy Spirit? So the Muslims are even confused about a very simple basic thing, which is who is the Holy Spirit. There's no single verse in the Quran saying that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit. They say to you, there's a verse says that Allah, he sent the revelation with the spirit of a trust. Okay. But there's a verse in the Quran says that angels are not spirit. So which one we will take? Chapter 78, verse number 38, it says, the day that a ruh, and here again they put between two brackets. I mean, look how clear the Quran, brother, to the point we have to put a bracket every two bracket. Because if this is what Allah He meant, can't He say Jibreel? I mean, why you are adding Jibreel there? Are you correcting Allah? Are you saying the Quran of Allah is so stupid and so we have to add a bracket so people they will understand what they were talking about? Why Allah don't say the word Jibreel? Never said it. Okay. The day that a ruh or the angels, I mean, what kind of a translation will translation the same I mean, in here it says or. What is the word or in Arabic? You Muslims are driving me crazy. Okay. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة and the, so the spirit and the angels, there's no or. Hey Mr. Or, how are you doing? And the funny, the Muslim, they say to you, we Muslim, we don't corrupt our Quran. Isn't it adding words is not there is a corruption? Muslim, they say that the Holy Spirit is a comforter. Oh, okay. Well, obviously, Muhammad, he comforted them. This is why the Muslims killing each other everywhere. I mean, do you want more comforter than this? Hello? If you don't believe me about Muhammad being the comforter, see all Islamic lands. Since Muhammad came until now, there's war everywhere. Very comforter. Unbelievable comfort. Yeah. And we put women in bags, and if they take the bag out, we kidnap them. Isn't this is what the president, the prime minister of Pakistan, he says, women get raped because of their clothes? Can you believe it? What a donkey. I mean, who is the one who made him up? He's presenting the prophet. Women are brother and sister. Brother and sister. Women are getting raped because of their clothing. If you wear a skirt, obviously you are saying to somebody, rape me. Look at this, what's wrong with you? How come, you know, you see, this, they are encouraging people to rape. And they always blame the women. It's not the man who turned into an animal because he just saw a few inches of meat, you know. Look at the legs. I cannot stop. No, I have to rape now. This is how sick, filthy this cult is. And they make always excuse of the crimes they committed in the name of dignity. Remember, you lost your dignity the second you wear a skirt. So you are lawful for us. It's time to eat your meat alive. Yeah, very filthy mentality Islam bring. So Jibreel never mentioned there. It says there, in the day where the ruh and the angels will stand, or in rank. If the angels are spirit, then the Quran is wrong by saying and. Change the translator. Look what happened. We just changed the translator. It's a new Quran. On the day that the angels and the spirit stand aright. I think this guy is using Google translation too. Aright? So, in the day where the spirit and the angels, so if the angels, if the ruh is the ruh is a word mean angel, or it's a name of an angel, then you don't say the angels and the spirit. Because Jibreel is an angel anyway, isn't he? So when you say the angels, and look, he did not say the angels, all of them, and the spirit. He did not say spirits. He said the spirit. So which spirit is that? It cannot be Jibreel, because Jibreel is in the angels already, is included. He is just an angel like the rest. So the Quran is a very confusing, stupid book. You cannot find where they say how they come with the conclusion that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit. And how Jibreel is a holy if he commits sin, as the Quran said, when he accused and the angel accused Adam to do mischievement, and Allah, he told him, well, tell me the name of those things if you are truthful. As we see here in chapter 2, verse number 31. See, the Quran says clearly that Allah accused the angels to be untruthful. Look what he said to them. Tell me the names of those things if you are truthful. If you say to somebody, if you are truthful, that's mean what? That's mean if you don't do those things, the condition, if you don't tell us the names of those things, you are not truthful. So how Jibreel is the Holy Spirit? When the Quran called the angels are not to be truthful, which means there's no angels are holy according to Islam, because untruthful angel is not angel no more. And Allah and the Quran confirm that all the angels are untruthful. Not a single one is a truthful. The verse in front of you. So here we arrive that all the stories Muslims they told us is a fake. Abraham, he was not in Mecca because the Quran says we never sent a messenger before you. Ishmael never was there and have nothing to do with Muhammad. And the Old Testament actually says clearly that Ishmael, he married his mother, she married him to an Egyptian woman. Okay, hold on. The father is Aramic. The mother is Egyptian. The son married an Egyptian woman. The son of Ismail are Arab. What? And this, by the way, should be said always to the naive priest who teach our churches. You see a priest, he's famous. He says the Ishmaelist, the Muslims are idiot. First of all, the Arab are not even 5% of the Muslims. Number two, idiot. The Bible says that Ishmael, he married from Egyptian women. His mother Egyptian, his father is Aramic. How is the father of the Arab? Idiot. We have too many of them, those people, They put them in the stage and they told you they are priests. Listen to the priest, my friend. Those are not priests. They have no, I think the only license they have is a driving license, like me. Once I wanted to teach in a very famous university, and then they told me, we can put you in the university if you know how to read and how to write. And that is, for me, is very like, no, I don't know how to read, how to write. And then I told them, I'm like Prophet Muhammad, I do not know how to read, how to write. And then they got scared, so they gave me the job. Because you do not need to be educated, you need to be, illiterate. That will make you a prophet. Illiterate. And that will make you a priest too. If you are illiterate, if you have no idea what you are talking about, then they will hire you. The prophet who is illiterate, he will teach us how to read and write. So, if you are a truthful, that means not a single angel in Islam is a truthful. Open your Pal Talk. Okay, my friend, don't tell me open your Pal Talk. There's Abdul. Focus with me on the topic. When we are saying who wanna call me, I will, then people they can call me. Don't worry about people. Mind your business. Don't worry. So, if you are a truthful, so not a single one is a truthful. So how the Holy Spirit is called Holy Spirit if not a single angel is truthful? Do you see it? My friend, there is no need to search, to share the link with you. Don't be lazy. I mean, do you want me to do everything for you? Yeah, just open type in the, in the Quran. Quran, this one we are using is called Koranwunder.com. Wow, because it's wow. I mean, the Quran, the name of that site is perfect. I think it's chosen by Allah. Quran, wow. I mean, this is the wow book, man. I believe that this is a wow. I mean, this is the only book who promised us a cup of wine and big boobs. I have to say wow. I mean, look, you are sitting now in the heaven under the tree, and you have a cup of wine and a grape in the other. The grape will come to you, by the way. You don't go to the grape. I like this kind of a grape. I wish they can. Why they don't put this grape in Walmart? You don't go to Walmart to get the grape. Actually, they are doing that right now. You know, you order it online and the grape come to you. I think Allah was talking about Amazon Prime. Unbelievable how Allah predicted that. So you are sitting under a tree, and then it says قطوفها دانية, which means that the grape, I think those trees are very midget, you know, like very short trees. I mean, how in the world, what is that? What are you talking about? So the grape is so down, like down. You don't even need to, like, you know, like even to raise your hand, it's down. I mean, this is annoying to have a tree touching your head. This is what it says in the Quran. What's wrong with you people? You don't believe me? If I swear by Allah, you will believe me? Why we are going out of that topic? Unbelievable. I hate you all. I really hate you all. I'm going to ask Allah to curse you and make you look like Christian Prince. There's a guy who made fun of me, by the way. Allah cursed him. In the morning, he looked like me. Unbelievable. I was laughing at him like unbelievable. Look what happened to you. So, chapter 69, verse number 23 says, قُطُوفَهَا دَانِيَةً. The grape would go down close to you. And then what? There's something is missing, brother. Big boobs. Imagine you have a grape and there's no big boobs next to you. That will be very sad. I mean, everything is perfect, but there's no big boobs. That's really unacceptable. Allah, He have to make the heaven perfect. And this is why the website is called Quran. Wow. Like, we look, wow, man. Like, okay, imagine you are a guy now, and like you are in heaven, and suddenly a woman came in front of you, and she opened her trunk, you know? Boom! What is that? Like boing, 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 like big, huge, like oh, you know. And actually, if she is so close to you, you might suffocate because those boobs will block your nose. They are so big. Be careful. You have to take a distance, brother. Take careful, brother. So this is the God, this is the religion who is talking about Jesus. Their God is a God of big boobs. Obviously, I am really convinced that this is a God. There's a person saying, accept my challenge. Do you want to call me in Pal Talk, my friend? Your name is Mortoza? Okay, I accept your challenge. You want to call me now? Let me open my Pal Talk. Accept my challenge. You tempted me now. You see what you did? You are going to get what you are asking for. Okay, let us open Pal Talk. Mortoza, just text me and tell me I am Mortoza. And I will Mortoz you immediately. Alright? Let us see. Did you text me Mortoza? Give me a hi, Mortoza. And don't forget to tell me I am Mortoza. I say hello to you. I'm Mortoza from Pakistan. And we will Mortoz together. Like you Mortoz a few minutes, I Mortoz a few minutes, and then everybody will see a lot of Mortoza and the you know, whatever, you know. But don't bring big boobs with you. I'm telling you, we do not need them now. Leave them for heaven. There's no place for them. My room is so small. I mean, those big boobs, one of them, she can fill all my house. I mean, I don't have a space for them, brother. All right. Let us see if Mortoza is... What is your name in Pal Talk? I have like 100 people texted me. What is your name in Pal Talk, Mortoza? What happened? Hey, Mortoza, don't you want to Mortoz with me? This guy, he's saying, why you spread lies about Islam? Well, okay, if you want me to call you, I will call you. Let us see this guy. Until now, Mortoza is not Mortozing. I don't know what happened to Mortoza. Mortoza was so excited, like, you want to accept the challenge, accept my challenge, accept my... And we open Pal Talk and Mortoza is not there. He's not even Mortozing at all. He stopped even texting in the chat. Hey, Mortoza, what happened? Don't you want to Mortoz with me? What your four wives will say now? Like you told them, I challenge you, and my name is Murtoza, and now you don't want to be Murtoza no more. Let us call this Muslim who wanna say, why you spread lies about Islam? He is not online. Okay. Well, there's no Muslims. I don't know. Debate me? He is not online too. I'm a Muslim. Do you call Muslims? This guy, look, this is a Muslim. Look. I mean, look, this is deep. This is deep, brother. Ali Abraham, call me. Are you free right now? I'm a Muslim. I beat my wives every day. I'm convinced Islam is good, my friend. I mean, this is the only religion teach you to beat your wife. How beautiful. That's so nice. Big boobs, and you beat your wife. And there's a grape. And don't forget, the prophet, he promised you that the woman, their ass is 1 mile. By the way, I was going to be disappointed if it's like 999 of a mile. But Allah is perfect. He chose 1 mile. Perfect. Like he used even he used the mile measurement. That's alone is amazing. I mean, let us face it. All of us, we like big screen TV. The bigger, the better. So 1 mile. You know, if the ass of the women in the heaven is 1 mile, how big the boobs, man? I'm scared. Honestly, I'm scared. I mean, I don't want to be there. What if this woman, she farted or something happened? You know, global warming, chemical weapon, you know, somebody smoking a cigarette, we are going to burn. Do you know that? Don't you know that farting is a flammable, brother? Anyway, as long Marmosa, he say he made me go to Paltalk, and there's no Marmosa there. Potato. So, going back to our topic. As you see, everything Islam produced to us have nothing to do with anything, have to do to no honesty, no clarity, no historic record. Quran itself contradicts itself. One, it says Muhammad, no messenger came before him, and then it says that Abraham, he was there. One, it says the Muslim, they say to us Muhammad was Abrahamic, and then we see the Quran saying that Muhammad never have scriptures before and never has faith in any God, which is true God supposedly. So what was Muhammad's religion before that day? So how a Muslim who is confused in his own religion, he is going to teach us about Jesus? If you do not even know his name, you do not know he is son of who. And when the Muslim, they say that Jesus is the son of Mary, what do you mean? Who is his father? You see, Adam is not the son of women. So there's no need for a question who is the father of Adam, sorry. Because he's not born. But Jesus is son of Mary. Okay, Muslims, why he is born and he have no father? Allah wanted to do a miracle. But as you notice here, this miracle does not make any sense unless you read it from the understanding of Christianity. Because my mother, she can claim that Christian prince, the son of his mother, my mother, she was virgin. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she had like 20 kids, and that was number wherever, what number I am, I don't know. And then, you know, she was virgin. So, what is the logic of this miracle? Nothing, unless you are a Christian who believe that Jesus, as Jesus says, I came from above and you are from below. I am not from this world, you are from this world. This is what Jesus said, and I changed the Muslim to explain it to us. He said, I am from above, you are from below. I am not of this world, and you are of this world. So Jesus saying clearly, he is not from this world, he don't belong to it, and he is coming from above. Then Jesus is the son of no man, makes sense, because he is coming from above. But in Islam, Jesus is son of no man for what reason? To prove what? Because any woman, she can claim that she was a virgin. And this is a miracle nobody can dispute or prove. Why? Because nobody saw what happened. Do you understand me, people? When God, he do miracles, he made it for what? The Quran says, we send you signs so you might believe. We send you signs so you might believe. Okay, the sign of Jesus being born of a virgin, is that a miracle to believe? I mean, to make me a believer? Actually, it might do the opposite, because that man doesn't make sense. I mean, what logic is that? Every man is born of a woman. He must, the woman, she have to have sex. Even the Quran, just to show you the logic of the Quran, the stupid Quran. Please don't insult the Quran, by the way. Show respect, please. I respect the Quran because, as you see, there's big boobs. And, you know, this is the only reason for me to respect the Quran. Otherwise, if you insult the Quran, you're insulting big boobs, and that is not acceptable here, you know. We support boobs, okay? Alhamdulillah. So, the Quran says, how Allah can have a son and he don't have a girlfriend? Do you see it? How Allah can have a son? How can he have a son when there is no girlfriend for him? So the Jesus story, or Jesus the Isa story in the Quran, that he have no father, does not even make sense according to the Quran. Because even Allah himself, he cannot have son unless he have a woman to sleep with. So you want me to believe that Allah cannot have a son because he don't have a girlfriend. In the same time, you want me to believe in the opposite, that Mary, she have a son, yet she have no boyfriend? Who is the stupid here? Are we following, people? This is the chapter 6, verse number 101. I like 101. Do we have any other Mazu? What is his name? Mazaru? I forgot his name. He's famous. It's a big famous. Mortoza. Mortoza is still alive. He's moving there. I thought you are dead, man. I think you drank from the camel urine. May Allah bless that urine. It was a blessed urine. You know, he sprinkled everywhere. Unbelievable. Very healthy. They are fighting Corona now by the camel urine in the Islamic countries. Okay. So Muslim, what we will do now? If Allah himself, he cannot have a son, and yet Mary, she have a son without a boyfriend, and look, the Quran even using the word girlfriend, not even husband or wife, you know. So how Mary, she can have a son without having a man, when Allah, he cannot have a son without having a woman? This is Allah himself. This is not like talking about a person. Someone, her name is Mimi, she is dying. Okay, I'm going to be sued soon. Her husband will sue me. He killed my wife. She was laughing and she died from laughing. Come on, man. At least you can replace her. I'm just joking, okay? Because unless your name is Muhammad, Prophet of Allah, you will enjoy. The verse in the Quran says, if you don't, you know, I will exchange you. Look how easy to exchange. They exchanged women. They don't divorce them, brother. Exchange. Like, take mine, I take yours. Alhamdulillah. Very beautiful religion. Very open-minded. Okay. So everything they say to us is wrong, is stupid, is a contradiction. So how we can trust what they say to us about Jesus? And as you see, the Muslims themselves are confused about what happened to Jesus. Now, not only this woman is confused about what happened to Jesus, because Muslims, they say he did not die in the cross. He wasn't even there in the cross. The Quran says that. It says yaqinan. وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ يَقِينًا. Okay, what does that mean? Read with me and laugh. chapter 4, verse 157. And because of their saying, we slew the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, Allah messenger. Like, hold on. Do you know how many stupid things in this line? Okay, hold on. The Jews, they say we slew, but the Jews are not the one who is in charge of slewing. It is the Roman. They are occupied by the Roman. Isn't it, you Muslims? You have a chapter. It's called the chapter of the Roman. And the Roman, they were in Jerusalem. And the Roman, they were defeated. So how the Jews can say that? We slew him. Maybe the Quran saying because of the Jews choose to, they force the Roman to do it. Okay, I will let that go. But that is, in the language, is wrong. All right. Then he continues saying, so we slew Jesus, the Messiah, the son of the messenger of Allah. First of all, the Jews don't believe in Allah. Secondly, how in the world the Jews will kill a prophet and they knew he's a prophet? I never heard of such a stupid thing. They knew he's a prophet and they kill him? Do you remember the verse in the Quran saying that the messengers, they kill prophets? You see, even Muhammad, well, let me find the hadith. Hold on. When Jesus, he forgave them for what reason? When they were crucifying him. Anyone remember what Jesus said in the cross? Who remember? What Jesus says in the cross? Forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing, right? Is that correct? Do you know that this is even a hadith Muhammad he mentioned? And that again will prove that Muhammad is a fraud. Forgive them, Father. They don't know what they are doing. So why he is forgiving them? Because they don't know what they are doing. If they knew really that this is the Messiah who they are waiting for, they will not do it. They've been fooled by the rabbi. So the Messiah was forgiving those who they are being fooled, not the one who fooled them. And this is Muhammad, the coward. He is copying what Jesus said. I saw the prophet talking about one of the prophets, whose nation had beaten him and caused him to bleed, while he was cleaning the blood of his face, saying, O Allah, forgive my nation, for they have no knowledge. Do you see it? Who is this prophet who said that sentence, Muslims? What's his name? I mean, when Muhammad, he says one of the prophet, what does that mean? One of the prophets? Who? Are we learning people here? Are we having a good education? Who is here for the first time? If you are here for the first time, give us one. Nobody is for the first time. All of them, they are old customers. Unbelievable how loyal the customers here. You know, it's okay. Now, no, we have many people that are here first time. By the way, I'm here first time too. You know, Djupet just came to me and, you know, first time. Always there is first time for anything. Okay. So now I feel sorry for you, those who came here first time, because you will be addicted. You will keep coming. Trust me. Close the page and go. Otherwise, your wife, she will fight with you. What are you doing? Why you are sitting in the computer all this time? I'm watching to this guy. Is an Arab, Middle Eastern. His name is, you know, they call him C and B, and you know, like, look, come. Did you wash the dishes? You did not wash the dishes yet. So before you go and watch my video channel, if you are a man, wash the dishes, do the laundry, clean the house, make the food, So your wife, she will leave you alone. Okay. I'm just joking. I'm sure none of you do that. I'm sure. True story. Between us, you know. Anyway, so as you see, Muhammad is a messed up person. Islam is a collection of his stories from here and there. And if you ask a Muslim, okay, who is this prophet who said that? I mean, what's the point of saying this if you don't say to us the prophet name? And where Muhammad did he get this information from? You see, if Muhammad was not exist in the time of that prophet, because obviously he was not, how Muhammad knew this? You know what? I think Muhammad, he have like a time machine, like he go inside, he go back on time, he listen, he come back. I used to have a machine like that, you know. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know where I lost it. I forgot where I, you know, I don't know. I had a garage sale. I think I sold it by mistake. Do we have any Muslim have a comment? Anyone? Okay, do we have any Muslim by mistake here? No Muslim even by mistake? Not even incident or accident? Like Jibreel drop you by mistake here, you know, like, no? Why I'm not being lucky? We have more than 1,050 people here and then, oh, there's no Muslims. What happened? Do you think YouTube is using a filter? He's not allowing Muslim to enter? Shame on you, YouTube. Conspiracy. There's a conspiracy, brother. I was wondering. And now my wonder come true. Okay. So when the Muslims, they talk about Jesus, you will see their confusion all over the place. And even when they talk about Muhammad, their confusion is all over the place. And when they talk about Allah, their confusion is all over the place. You ask a Muslim, who's Allah? Here we go. Who is Allah, Muslims? Look at the answer. You will see Muslims saying, hey Muslims, who is Allah? They have no idea. They will say to you as the creator. My friend, I did not ask you what you do for a living. I'm asking you who's Allah. Do you know? They don't know. They don't know. So how a Muslim who do not know even who his God is, he is coming to us to explain to us Jesus? Can you believe it? As an example, can we invoke a prophet who is dead? I got an idea. Let me search for one. Hold on. You know, guys, when I get an idea, that means something dangerous is going to happen. So just wait, I got an idea. Usually I don't get ideas. Like I get delivery from like Amazon. A guy, he knocked at my door. He said, when I cut your grass because I did not cut it for the last month. This is what I get only. But ideas, this is real because I am an Arab. We don't get ideas. We steal the ideas. I love it. You know, like we hear about a book. We take the book. We copy it. And we change some words and we make it our book. Okay, hold on. Let me search for the idea. I'm looking for the idea. Don't hold on. Come on, because you want the idea to be ready. What's wrong with you? It's an idea. Like, you know, like you have to like to do a hunt for it. Okay, I got the idea. Here we go. I found one. Yasser Qadi on invoking Jesus. Oh boy. I mean, this Yasser Qadi became the enemy of every believer. Alhamdulillah.
Is what? If you
hold on. This is the one, or I don't know. Let us see. I think that will work. Hold on. Yeah, I think this one will work. What happened to your voice? Talk, man. Come on. Don't do that.
Qadi on invoking Isa للعالمين وبعد. This post is about, the title of it is Yasir Qadi on invoking Isa alayhi salam. In one of his recent videos, Yasir Qadi said something about Christians invoking Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, and inserted the idea that Isa is alive. He's not dead.
Inserted the idea. Unbelievable. He inserted the idea that Isa is alive. You see, when I tell you I got an idea, it worked. He inserted the idea that Jesus is alive. You see how Muslims are confused? Okay, Abdul, are you saying Jesus is not alive? Are you sure?
Which is true, but he's not.
Look, what? He just said he inserted the idea that he's alive, and then he said which is true. I have to take a vacation, sorry. I mean, this is too much. This is too much. He just said the guy inserted the idea that Jesus is alive, and he said, and then after that he said which is true. Look, what's wrong with you? How he is inserting the idea that Jesus is alive, and then you say after it which is true. So how this is an insert? I want to hear it again.
On invoking Isa alayhi salam. In one of his recent videos, Yasir Qadi said something about Christians invoking Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, and inserted the idea that Isa is alive. He's not dead. Which is true, but he's not living the kind of life we're living. It's a different kind of life with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He seems to, just like with the other themes he's come up with these days, that to say that I'm not really sure, so I'm going to guess that it goes with his theme that invoking dead people, trees, and
What? So how you just say that Jesus is alive and you are saying invoking dead people? I mean, what's wrong with those people? What's wrong with this religion? He's saying that invoking dead, and by the way, I mean, we believe that invoking dead people is not right too. I mean, what you invoke dead people? They are dead. But he just said that Jesus is alive. So how invoking dead people is wrong if we are talking about Jesus? Tell us more.
Stones is not shirk if the intention behind doing that is not to assign ilahiyya to other than Allah. Today we'll talk about just this topic, about Isa alayhi salam, and his inserting the idea that Isa is alive. Christians invoke Isa. Well, let's then talk about the topic of Isa alayhi salam. Now here we're going to prove that the Quran and the Bible refute the idea that you can invoke Isa alayhi salam because he's not dead, he's alive.
What? You idiot, the Christian believe that Jesus is their God. And you are saying to us that the Bible says you cannot invoke Jesus? Isn't it Jesus, he says what you call in my name? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with those people? I think the couch he is sitting in is not helping. Change the couch, man.
First, remember this hadith that we mentioned before, very important hadith collected by Imam Abu Dawood, Imam Ahmad, and other scholars of hadith. It's authentic, where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Ad-du'a huwa al-ibadah." Ad-du'a, invocation, huwa is al-ibadah.
Thank you. So let us go to the hadith. That's mean you Muslims, when you do dua to Muhammad. And remember, this video is talking about you cannot do invocation to a dead person. And he just said, making invocation is a worship, an act of worship. So how you explain to me this hadith? They are ignorant, they have big mouth, but they don't know what they are talking about. Invocation is an act of worship. But Muhammad, he asked the Muslims to do invocation even when he is dead. Read carefully. Among the most excellent of your days is a Friday, so invoke my blessing on you. And there is no blessing, by the way, it says a prayer. Prayer, not blessing, that's a lie. For your blessing, your prayer, will be submitted to me, the companions said. Messenger of Allah, how can our prayer be submitted to you when your body has been decayed? He said, Allah forbid the earth from consuming the body of the prophets. So this guy is making a video that Yasir Qadhi is wrong, is stupid. You cannot say that. But he forgot. This is showing you how ignorant those Muslims, you know. This guy is maybe 60 years old something. He have a beard. He claimed to be a sheikh. And he himself, he do not know his religion. That all the Muslims, they invoke Allah. And there's an order in the Quran to invoke Muhammad. Actually, Allah and the angels and the believers, they invoke. And Muhammad here, this is your translation, says, invoke many prayer on me. Prayer, not blessing. Do we have any Muslim have any statement? Let us go to Yasir Qadhi. By the way, Yasir Qadhi, because he is more educated than the rest of them, he is causing a lot of trouble for the Muhammadan. Literally, he is really causing big problems. Oh, hold on, I found somebody. Look at this guy. I found different. Next video, next to this guy. Look how lucky I am. It's my lucky day. Okay. Look at this guy. We got a fish, brother.
Hadith of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. He said, إن الدعاء موقوف بين السماء والأرض لا يصعد منه شيء حتى تصلي على نبيك صلى الله عليه وسلم. And this narration is authentic. Umar radiyallahu anhu, he said that your dua is موقوف. It's suspended between the heavens and the earth. That's the earth, that's the heavens. Your dua is suspended in between. لا يصعد منه شيء. Nothing of your dua will go up to Allah Azza wa Jal until you send prayers upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Did you see the word of prayer? Did you see the word of prayer? And they lied to us. You remember Mimi, he said this is pray for him, not to him. So look at this guy. A Muslim, he is sending a prayer. Huh? A Muslim is sending up a prayer. Okay. The prayer will stop between the heaven and the earth.
Allahu alayhi wa sallam. And this narration is authentic. Umar radiyallahu anhu, he said that your dua is mawqoof. It's suspended between.
Suspended. Okay, hold on.
Between the heaven.
Okay, hold on. Stop there. Stop there. Brother, your prayer, you send the prayer to Allah. Your prayer stop here. Suspended. No entry. No entry. Sorry. Hey Allah, I'm praying to you like prayer. Let prayer go up. No, don't try. That's it. It's suspended. My prayer is suspended. What I did. You did not say the name of Muhammad. You did not. Sorry, the password. It's suspended. Look at his hand. He looked like an Indian woman dancing, like, you know, those in India. I like their dance, you know, Indian women, like you know, like they put the hand up. I don't know what does that mean. I love Indian dancing, by the way. Like, I wish I'm an Indian because I like curry too. But you know, like, and now your prayer is between, and like, oh, this is just too much. You are a genius. Umar ibn Khattab, he said that your prayer is, who's Umar? Is he a prophet too? I mean, did this guy say Umar, he said? Those Muslims, they take the religion from who exactly? What's wrong with this religion? Umar, the guy who will uplift the skirt to see the legs of the prophet daughter? Hey, show me your legs, sir. Show me your legs. So now you are praying to Allah. I like the way you do the move, and I want to learn this move from you. How you do it, man? I like this. This is kind of like a action movie, you know.
إن الدعاء موقوف بين السماء والأرض لا يصعد منه شيء حتى تصلي على نبيك صلى الله عليه وسلم. And this narration is authentic. Umar radiallahu anhu, he said that your dua is mawquf. It's suspended between the heavens and the earth. That's the earth, that's the heavens.
So we have the other guy saying you cannot do that. The other guy says you can do that. The other guy saying this is haram. And this is what's stupid Islam. And there's a guy saying you are not taking my call. My friend, you cannot call me. I have to call you. Text me. What's your name? Your name is Abdullah? Your name is Abdullah? Text me in Paltalk, my friend, and tell me I am Abdullah, and I will call you back. You cannot call me directly. All right? Let us see. Are you there, Abdullah? Text me, my friend, text me. Just tell me that you are Abdullah. Here we go. This is Morzal. Okay, Morzal. Hey, this guy is excited. He have a stolen window. Hey, Morzal, your software is not working. It says you need to upgrade. I just gave you a call, my friend. Use your computer if you are using the phone. See, I just called you, Morzal, and it says if you like to do voice call with, please update your version of, this is to you, message to you. Let us see another one. Do we have another Muslim? Where is the guy? His name is Abdullah. Somebody saying there is somebody, a woman, she need help, she is a Muslim. My friend, what's what we are doing? We don't help an individual, we help everybody. Our education is open for everybody. Okay. Not online. Use the computer, Morzal. Try to text me from the computer so I can call you. Your phone is not doing good. So, as you notice here, every Muslim he is giving you different story, even about simple things, about who you invoke who. So, Yasser Qadi, he says, the Christian, they invoke Jesus. But you idiot, we don't invoke a man, we are invoking our God. We are invoking our God. We pray to our God. You pray to who? She called you many times. I don't see any call, my friend, and nobody can call me. I have to call them. They can text me only. And the reason I don't make it open to call, because what they do, That's what happened in Skype, and Skype don't have this option. When we are talking to somebody, everybody start calling. When we don't have nobody, and that will disturb our call and we'll drop it. Ali Ibrahim, you need to do the same, my friend. Abrogate your software. It says that you have old version. I think it's your software. Use your computer, Ali, so we can take your connection with us. She texted me. Okay. Okay. Okay, the lady who left Islam just recently, she said that the Muslim, her parents, they want me to debate a sheikh. His name Abu Usama at Tabi'i. Okay, let me text her back. Okay, sure. Let him contact me anytime. I will be happy to have him. Anytime, even now, you know. No need to set a time for it. Any Muslim? I am a Muslim girl. I want to debate. Okay. Muslim girl want to debate. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you are live on air. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you? So, my English is not that much good, but I want you to show me why it's not peaceful, because I think it's a peaceful religion. Also, I think that a human can't be a son of God. So I want you to show, I want to know why you said that.
So the first question you're asking, why I think Islam is not peace?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you think terrorists are against peace? Terrorists.
Sure, terrorists are against peace.
Against peace, right? So was Muhammad a terrorist?
I think that no.
Okay, can you read for me this hadith in front of you? It says here that I am the Prophet Muhammad. I was victorious by terror. And this is authentic hadith.
Wait a minute, please.
Yeah. It says I was victorious. No, take your time, no problem. I was victorious by terror.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
No problem. This is Sahih. This is Sahih Muslim. I can send you the link if you want, so you can open it from your side if you want. Okay. Let me send you the link.
Yeah. Among the most excellent of your days is Friday, so invoke many blessings on me on that day.
No, I don't know. I think you have a slow internet. Click at the link I just sent you. I sent you the link for it. It says that that is what Abu Hurairah reported to us from Messenger of Allah, that he narrated, in which Muhammad, he said, I've been helped by terror. I was victorious by terror. This is the Muslim translation, not my translation. And this is Sahih Muslim, which means this is authentic. Okay, so Muhammad is a terrorist himself. His victory as a prophet was not happening because he's a peaceful man, was happening because he's a terrorist. In different hadith, Muhammad, he said, I was victorious by terror from a distance of 1 month journey.
I open the link.
Yeah. Let me give you the other hadith too.
And I'm reading the hadith. حدثنا محمد بن رافع حدثنا عبد الرزاق نصرت بالرعب وأوتيت جوامع الكلم.
I'm so glad you speak Arabic. That's perfect.
Exactly, I can speak Arabic more than English.
Okay.
My Arabic is better than English.
That's wonderful. So what do you think? And this is different hadith in Sahih Muslim, and we can show it in the other book. It says that he was victorious from a distance by terror, بالرعب, and you speak Arabic, so now translation cannot fool us. That's wonderful. It says نصرت بالرعب من مسيرة شهر. نصرت بالرعب from a distance of 1 month journey. So people, when they hear about Muhammad from a month far distance, they get terrified, and Muhammad is victorious by terror. Imagine how much they fear Muhammad, terrorist.
يعني يقصد في هذا الحديث أنه استعمل الرعب والعنف.
Okay, but so you know, I asked you, my friend, I asked you, was Muhammad a terrorist? You said no, correct? But
yeah, exactly.
but the reference in front of us saying not only he was a terrorist, he was the biggest terrorist in his time, to the point even people, they get terrified from a distance of 1 month journey. When Jesus come to a town, do people get scared and terrified from a month journey? No, they go to welcome him, right? When Muhammad, they hear that he is coming, it says here that people get terrified from a month journey. And I send you the hadith from Al-Bukhari too. It says, I've been given 5, nobody been given them before me. نصرت بالرعب مسيرة شهر. Do you see it? So the first one we have to confirm, me and you, and we agree, and as long as you speak Arabic, which make it easier for me, that Muhammad was a terrorist. What do you think? Are you with me? Hello? Are you there? I don't know what happened. I mean, the call is still going. She did not hang up yet, but maybe she have. Let me call her again. All right, you hear me now?
Hello.
Yeah, look like you lost your connection, no problem. So what do you think? Now we prove from Islamic reference, and as you see, this is Al-Bukhari, Muhammad saying that people are terrified because of me from a distance of 1 month journey. So he was a very big terrorist, correct?
Well, I don't know. I read this hadith for the first time. So
okay, let me ask you.
I want to listen to your arguments.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna think about that. I want to hear another side, not society or our teachers or not our parents. Just I want to know. I want to listen to another opinion, and that's it.
I understand. I respect that on you. And I'm not, you know, this is the good thing to do actually, because listen, you know, listen what they say, listen what I say, and you have your eyes, and could you speak Arabic so you can check it out and see who's saying the truth. Let me ask you, my friend, I don't know your name, but you do not need to tell me your name. So, you know, you are like my sister, and you are more than welcome to call me anytime. So, is it okay if I say to my neighbor, let us attack the neighbor? They have a blondie daughter, so we can take them. Is that okay?
I didn't get it. Sorry.
Okay, let us say I have a neighbor. Okay, he have five daughters. All of them, they are blonde. Is it okay to say to my friends, let us attack them so we can get the blondie girls? Is that okay?
No.
Okay. What if I show you your prophet? He says, attack the book so you can get the blondie girls and the women of the Roman.
And why?
Huh?
Why said that we should attack blonde women?
Your prophet said that. He said, let us attack the Roman so we can get the blondie girls. I can show it to you, put it for you in the front of you on the screen, and you can read it. And here we go. I will use the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So you don't say, you know, I don't, maybe this is not true. Here we go. This is Tafsir al-Tabari, page number 195. And I will give you the link, you know, you can open it. And here, you...
Okay, I want the link.
Yeah, I will give you the link. Give me a second. And then, let me give you the link first. Hold on, give me a second. So you can open it from your side. Okay, open it. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right. So this is not like a private website or etc. It's very trustworthy website made by the government. So let us see what it says. It says here, attack the Roman. Read carefully. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. If you go down to the number, it says 16785. Do you see it in the page? 16785. Do you see that? Okay.
I see it.
It says here, attack the Roman. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اغزوا تبوك تغنموا بنات الأصفر ونساء الروم. فقال الجد ائذن لنا ولا تفتن بالنساء. Please, pardon me, don't seduce us by women. So this is a prophet of God. He's asking his followers to attack the neighbor's country, not to spread religion of God, not to worship the true God. He is tempting them by getting the blonde women.
Okay, so he permits them to attack the blonde woman. That's it.
He asked them to attack the Romans so they can get the women who they are blonde, correct? That's what it says in Arabic.
Okay.
How that can be a prophet of God? I asked you from the beginning, is it okay? You remember, yeah, it's not good. I told you, I have a neighbor, he have 5 daughters and they are blonde. Is it okay to tell my friends, let us attack them so we can get the blondie girls of that house? You said, no, this is bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of a prophet this prophet is? Asking you to attack the neighbors, and the purpose is he's not telling them to so we can teach about Allah. So no, attack them so you can get the blondie girls and the women of the Roman. And then there's a guy was sitting there. He is a decent man. He said, "Don't seduce us by women. لا تفتن بالنساء." And that is a verse in the Quran about it. And Allah made a verse supposedly saying that this guy is a bad person. Imagine the guy who is saying to Muhammad, don't seduce us by women. He is the bad guy, not Muhammad. Do you hear me? I think I lost her again. Okay, let us call again. The devil don't want her to talk to us. All right. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so what do you think, my friend? What do you think?
Well, what you said, or the hadith that I see, is not good. It's bad.
It's not good. Muhammad is not a good person. Obviously, he's a very. This is, I'm not trying to insult. I'm just trying to share with you what I think, and I believe you agree with me already. Imagine I say to my friends, "Look, I don't know what's your name. Let us say I say to my friend, oh, this girl, she is blonde, she's beautiful. Let us attack her and take her." I mean, what kind of religion this religion is? He's not saying, okay, those are enemies, and he's saying to them, tempting them literally, go attack them so you can get the blondie girls. This is the purpose of this war.
I see this hadith for the first time because they teach us that Muhammad is a good person. They said, رفقا بالقوارير, رفقا بالنساء.
Okay.
There's سورة كاملة للنساء. Just be good with women, etc. That's it.
First of all, when Muhammad,
hadith,
when Muhammad he says رفقا بالقوارير, that is an insult. Are you a ball? Is this what Muhammad is saying on you? You are just a container?
No.
Yeah, but this is that's mean.
No, I'm not a container.
Okay, that's what he says.
But in Arabic, you know that Arabic is a rich. Arabic is a rich language.
No problem.
So al-qawarir.
Al-qawarir is a container.
Okay, you know.
It's a container. Doesn't matter what you say. It's a container. So he made a container. Let me ask you: do Muhammad respect you as a woman? Do he respect you as a woman?
They teach us that yes, he respects the woman.
I'm going to show you.
He loves his woman, his wife.
My sister, do you look like a shaitan?
Sorry.
Do you look like a shaitan? I'm not insulting you. I'm just, remember, everything we say here is just for the sake of education. I'm asking you, do you look, and that's why I'm calling you my sister, so you don't feel offended. Do you look like a shaitan? Do you think women, they look like shaitan?
Never.
Okay, so how Muhammad, he said in this hadith that women, إن المرأة تقبل في صورة الشيطان وتدبر في صورة الشيطان. The women, he didn't say this women, he says the women advance in the image of shaitan, you know, and retreat in the image of shaitan. Okay, but how this is a respect to you? Do you really believe that women, she is a shaitan?
ما فهمته من هذا الحديث. What I understood from women. No, not that exactly, but women generally, كيد النساء, he talk about كيد النساء, and we all know that women لسنا ما همش سهلين يعني. The women are not that much.
My friend, this is an idea.
Maybe he's talking about.
You see, this is. Okay, listen. When we say women are not easy, is men easy? Here we go. You have a prophet. Women are bad. They are not easy, and he want to have 13 of them. So who is the one is not easy? Who is the one is evil? If I am a person who in love with the women, a person who have decency, he will go after a woman. He love her. He marry her. Have a family. But keep having more and more and more and more. Obviously, you are treating women as a you know, for the sex pleasure. There's no love there. There's a lust. So Muhammad is, if he really is saying that women are not easy, but the woman here, she did not do anything. She just walked in front of him. You see the story? A woman, she walked by. She did not do anything. She is not wearing bikini. They are not in the beach. She's a Muslim woman. They are wearing a veil. She walked in front of him. Muhammad, he got so excited. He went to his wife. She was doing leather tanning, and he forced her into sex. And then he came back and he explained why he left. He left his friends. He says, women, she come as a devil and she retreat as a devil. But the woman, she did not do anything. You hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
But this woman did anything? No.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, but this woman did anything? She did not do anything. She just walked by. So if you are walking in front of me, now you became a bad person just because you walk in front of me. Is that fair? She did not even talk. She did not even look at him. She did not do anything wrong.
It's unfair.
Okay, so she walked by, and Muhammad saying that women, she come as an image of a devil and she leave in the image of the devil. And what she did nothing. She just walked by. So who is the devil here? Muhammad, he could not see in the women except his sexual lust. Because if he was looking at the women in a decent way, he will not be excited. Do you agree with me? If I just
exciting, that's it.
Yeah,
excited.
Yeah. I will not get excited unless I am thinking about something sexual. Correct? As an example, a man, he have a beautiful daughter. She is so beautiful. Is he going to be excited when he see her? No. Why? Because he's not thinking about it. Correct? Otherwise, she is a woman like every woman. Do you agree? So, if you think about it, then you will be excited.
I didn't hear it.
I'm saying, if a man, let us say a man, he have a daughter, and she is so beautiful, is the man going to be excited if he see his daughter? No, he will not, right?
No.
Okay, why? Because he
No,
refused. Because he refused to think about her as a woman. He think about her as a daughter. Correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so Muhammad here, if you are thinking about a woman as a sister, remember he's a prophet of God, and a sister she is walking by, is he going to think about her in a sexual way? No, but because he was not a decent man, the woman she walked by, she did not do anything. She is not wearing a bikini, she is not wearing a short skirt, she is not dancing, she is not lousy, she didn't do anything, she just walked by. Muhammad, he got excited to the point he cannot wait until his friends leave, so he went to the house and saw, imagine this guy, what kind of a person he is. Imagine I have a friends in my yard, and then a woman she walk by. I leave my friends outside. I go inside the house. I force my wife into sex, and she is doing leather tanning, which is like she look horrible. She is messed up. She is doing leather tanning, which means there's boiling water, there's leather. It's not time for this. He forced her just because he saw a woman walking by. What kind of a man he is? What do you think? Is that a decent man?
Yeah.
Do you like to see? Do you like to have a husband? Do you like to have a husband? He see a woman outside walking by. He got horny because he saw her. So he come to you? That means he's not coming to you, really. It is her who made her excited. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what kind of a prophet he is?
I understand.
This is disgusting. Where is decency? They keep saying to us the prophet was decent.
I want to know also why God في المسيحية not the God in Islam.
Well, here we go. The question is very simple. If the God of the Islam is the same as the God of the Christian, then Jesus says, if your eye is going to fool you, take it away from your head, take it away, better than going to hell. Jesus, he did not allow us to go around and look at women, and then wherever women should walk by, we follow our lost. Jesus, he said, it's better to take away your eye, which is leading you into lost, leading you to hell, from going to hell. Take it away. So Jesus is 180 degree the opposite of Muhammad. Jesus, he said, the man, he married a woman, and he loved the women.
لكن في الديانة المسيحية وفي الديانة الإسلامية هنالك الجنة وهنالك الجحيم، هنالك الجزاء وهنالك العقاب. الدين المسيحي كان يحرم الزنا كما يحرمه الإسلام. الدين المسيحي يعني هناك صفات مشتركة ما بين الديانتين.
No, let us stop here. Let's stop. So, guys, we have to translate for you, because remember, they don't understand. So, guys, she is saying that Islam and Christianity, they forbid the same thing. As an example, Christianity forbid adultery and Islam forbid adultery. That's not true. Muhammad is adulterous according to the Bible by doing this. This is adultery, because he just looked at the woman, she is not his, and then he went to his wife. This is adultery. Secondly, is it Muhammad who is made it lawful to have mut'a? Isn't it mut'a is adultery? Read this hadith with me, and this is Sahih Bukhari.
I didn't read any. I didn't.
Okay, let me give you this link.
I didn't really, to be honest. I didn't read.
Okay, let me give you this link. You can open it from your side, and you can read it in your own way. Here we go. This is Al-Bukhari. It says, أيما رجل وامرأة توافقا فعشرة ما بينهما ثلاث ليال. Okay. Jesus, he did not allow us to go and sleep with the woman for 3 days. That is really no. What kind of a prophet he is? What kind of God? 3 days, 3 nights. If they like to increase, they increase. And here, look, in the translation, they say temporary marriage, but you agree with me that in Arabic, nowhere it says marriage. It says عشرة. So it says أيما رجل وامرأة توافقا فعشرة ما بينهما ثلاث ليال. So any man and a woman, they agree to have a ishra, which means sharing the bed for 3 days, 3 nights. If they like to increase, they increase. If they like to leave each other, leave each other. What is this? This is adultery, this is fornication, and this is not only that, it's for the sake of money. The women, she got paid. This is prostitution. So
Exactly.
thank you very much. So simply, when they say to you, my sister, that Islam forbid adultery, that is a lie. Islam is promoting adultery, and all of Islam is adultery. Because even in heaven, what I will do, you know, when God, he created Adam and Eve, how many Eve he have? Do you know?
Yes.
How many Eve Adam he has?
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me? Do you hear me now?
Hello?
You don't hear me? Let me call you again. We need patience, what we can do. Let's try again. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So I was saying to you, when God created Adam, how many Eve God created with him in heaven?
One.
So
Woman.
how come when we go back to heaven, if we have the same God who created Adam, how come this God, he will not give me one Eve? I love her and she loved me. This is what love is about, right? One man, he love a woman, and that's it. Otherwise, a man, he want to be having more women. It's mean he is not, he don't care. He don't care for that first woman. He care for more women because obviously he is not satisfied with one woman. He need more, right? So even heaven is wrong. Heaven in Islam is
Actually.
Heaven in Islam is just sex.
I don't like this part.
Yeah. What about Jesus? They asked Jesus about in heaven what the man will do. Jesus, he says, لا, they will not, لا يزوجون ولا يتزوجون. Oh man. Ouch. Bad connection. The devil, he don't want her to leave Islam, you know. Hello? You hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, you have a bad connection,
Yeah,
but it's
I'm
okay.
hearing you.
Okay, so when they asked Jesus the same question, he said they will not get married. She and he, they will not get married. Okay,
Maybe
why?
there's a problem in the app.
It's okay, no problem. You know, if you go to the book of Matthew,
Hello?
the Bible in Matthew, it says when they ask him, okay, what will happen to this woman? She marry a husband and then she marry other husband. What will happen to her? Who's going to be her husband? Jesus said to them, in the heaven, in that day, they will not get married and they will not have a spouse. She will not have a spouse. He will not have a wife. For they will be the same as angels. So our heaven is the heaven of angels, you and me equally, not me better than you. You see, in the heaven of Islam, the man is having all the reward. Boys, drinking, he is sitting in the couch, all those women, they want to make him happy. He is the rewarded person. The woman, she is just an accessories. Right? But in Christianity, even our heaven is different. And this is why I say to you, we don't have the same God, because if we have the same God, we should have the same heaven. And the same heaven mean we will have the same reward. Jesus said it clearly with the clear words that in the heaven, he and she, they will not get married. That's it. There's no sex. There's no sex. We will be the same as angels, and here this is mean that, my sister, when you go to heaven, you will be free. You see, those things is a need, is not a freedom. I eat why? Because I'm hungry. But imagine if I can live without food, that would be a blessing for me. That's amazing, right? I don't get hungry, I don't get tired. That's a blessing. So what Jesus promised you in heaven, which is totally the opposite of what Muhammad promised you, that you will never get needs. You will be the same as any angel. So as an angel you will be, as an angel you will live eternity with God, and that happiness is like nobody can explain to you. But sex in heaven, I mean, imagine, is it an insult that to go to the house of God and what I'm doing, I'm having sex all day? Isn't it insult that God, he promised me women with big breasts? What is that? What kind of God he promised me?
Can you sorry, but can you explain it in Arabic, please?
Which part? The Bible or the في الكتاب,
the part of the Bible.
في الكتاب المقدس يقول الكتاب.
And if you want all the speech, I can find myself in Arabic more than in
problem.
English.
I'll explain to you in Arabic, and you know already we explained it in English. So it says, when they ask Jesus about who is going to marry this woman, he said to them, in that day, the day of resurrection, لا يزوجون ولا يتزوجون بل يكونون كالملائكة. They will be the same as angels. So in Christianity it's so clear. You and me, أنا وأنت سوف نكون كالملائكة لا فرق بين امرأة ولا رجل. كلانا نعيش كالملاك. لا طعام لا جنس لا تعب لا مرض، وليس هناك لذة من لذات الطبيعة على الأرض. اللذة هي أن تكون مع الإله الخالق وتعيش كالملائكة. لن تكون كالملائكة، بل سوف تكون، لن تكون ملاكا، بل سوف تعيش كالملاك، بمعنى أننا محررون من كل الحوائج. فلا حوائج حولنا ولا يعني لا أحتاج لا إلى جنس ولا إلى أكل ولا طعام ولا إلى أي شيء. أنا حر. الجنس هو نوع، الرب خلق الجنس لكي يكسر الإنسان ويتكاثر، وليس بهدف الجنس، وإلا فهذا حيواني. فالجنس في الأصل كان بين رجل وامرأة بغرض العائلة والحب، فأحب آدم حواء، وكان حواء زوجة آدم، وليس هناك آدم وحواءات، بل حواء واحدة، لأن القلب يحب شخصا واحد، وأي شيء آخر هو كذب. لا يمكن لإنسان أن يحب 100 امرأة، هذا كذب، هذا نفاق، لأنك لو أحببت أول امرأة لما أحببت امرأة أخرى. ولكن في الإسلام الحب هو حب جنسي.
يمكن نتحدث هنا عن الغرائز.
غرائز الإسلام
يريد المزيد، وليس هناك فرق ما بين الحب والغرائز.
الإسلام هو دين غريزة، لهذا فإن محمد يخاطبك بالغريزة وليس بالحب. فليس مطلوبا من الرجل أن يحب زوجته، مطلوبا منه أن يطعمها، يسقيها، يكسيها، ويضربها إذا خرجت عن الطوع. Let us translate, guys. Sorry, give me just a
ولكنه قال جعلنا بينكم مودة ورحمة.
مودة ورحمة, and then he said
وجعلنا بينكم مودة ورحمة.
And we made between you a kind of passionate and mercy. But how that can be true if he ordered the man to beat you? And how we have between you mercy, and then is that mercy to take another wife in the top of the first wife? Is that merciful? Man, that's bad. She said that the Quran says we made between the men and the women a kind of passionate and mercy. Well, where is the mercy? Where is the passionate? If you have a mercy, well, is it merciful to keep marrying more women? What about the feeling of that first woman you marry? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. I was saying...
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
What?
Okay. I was saying...
أي
I was saying...
نسمع.
هل هناك... Is it mercy that I make you a wife and then I have another wife and another wife? Where is the mercy? That is not mercy, because the women will be jealous. المرأة سوف تموت من الغيرة. لو كان لدي رحمة لما تزوجت عليها. ولماذا أنا أتزوج امرأة أخرى؟ إن كانت لا تكفيني، ليست جيدة، طلقها وتزوج بامرأة أخرى. ولكن أن تزيد وتزيد وتزيد فقط للاستمتاع بالنساء وليس من أجل الحب. In Islam there is no marriage. In Islam there is a sexual contract. That's why Muhammad he promoted mut'ah. Where was the mercy when people did do mut'ah? You hear me? I think I lost her again. Oh man. Let's call again. I think you have a bad internet, my friend. You hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So if when the Quran says there's a mercy between the husband and the wife, and then we find that the Quran says if they disobey you, beat them. Where is the mercy? Is that mercy?
There's no mercy here. No.
Okay. You know the Quran says that if a woman they did nushud, you know what nushud mean?
No, I didn't understand it.
Okay. If I say, let us say you are married and your husband says to you, make some tea for me, and you did not do it right away, and you are showing sign of not, being obedient right away to do things, like you did not move right away, that is nushud. So the man he have right to beat you, to beat you. First he will say, there's no, the Quran doesn't say first and second as many they say lying. The verse in the front of you speak Arabic, it says وَاللَّاتِ تَخَافُونَ نُشُوذَهُنَّ فَعُذُوهُنَّ وَاهْجُرُوهُنَّ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ وَاضْرُبُوهُنَّ فَإِنْ أَطَعْنَكُمْ فَلَا تَبْغُوا عَلَيْهِنَّ سَبِيلًا. Okay, so those women who they are, you fear rebellion, they did not even do anything bad yet. Just to fear, you warn them, you jail them in their rooms, and then you beat them. If they obey you, then don't beat them no more. That's it. So we spoke about terrorism in the beginning, correct? تكلمنا عن الإرهاب في البداية. Okay, but isn't it terrifying? Isn't it terrifying that women getting beaten to make her obey me? This is terror. Terror not only start by a terrorist group or organization. This is a terror start at home. The man he beat you in order not to convince you that he's right, but in order to force you to do what he wants. Correct? يضربك الرجل لكي يجبرك وليس لكي يقنعك. صحيح؟ لهذا تقول الآية فإن أطعنكم.
I understand the hadith. Understand it so bad.
فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا. If they obey you, so what the purpose of this beating? To make them obedience. So where is the mercy? There's no mercy.
هناك تناقض في الأحاديث.
Not only this, my friend, I don't know where you live, but if you live in America, if you beat a dog, you go to jail. Honestly, you can ask anyone. You can search right now in the news about there's hundreds and thousands of people who went to jail just because they abuse a cat or a dog. For this is abuse. Abuse for a human being who is adult. He have the right, she have the right. Just because she is a female, we beat her. And not only that, the Quran consider you as a half a brain person. You know that in the court, women are not allowed to witness for a case of murder, as an example. So in the Quran, it says, in the case only of money, if you borrow money and there's no men, then you have one man and two women at least of women who you choose of your choice. Okay, so The Quran made it clear in chapter 2, verse number 282, that if a woman, if you want to borrow money and you have to bring 2 witnesses to witness for the borrowing, but if there's no 2 men, you bring 1 man and 2 women. Okay, why 1 man and 2 women? What's wrong with you? Do you think women they have deficiency in their brain? هل المرأة ناقصة في العقل كما قال محمد ناقصة عقل ودين?
No.
Okay,
No.
but this is the verse saying أنت ناقصة.
No, but I don't have the same explanation.
What? Give me an explanation. Go ahead.
هي ناقصة عقل because she's so emotional. She's emotional. This is the cause. لهذا السبب يقول ناقصة عقل وناقصة دين لأنها لا تستطيع القيام بجميع الفرائض بسبب الدورة الشهرية.
Okay, let us see how that can work. Muhammad, he said in the hadith that you have to give charity because I saw the majority of you in hellfire, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why? Because they have,
Hello?
you said, you hear me? Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason Muhammad he says the majority of women they will go to hell? You said, not me, that because they have their menstruation. Okay. So women, she will go to hell because she have menstruation. But isn't it God who made her with menstruation? Is that a sin you did? Is that a fault you did? Is it you who chose to have menstruation? So when he said when you said the explanation they gave you, or the hadith gave, that because she have menstruation, she have less religion.
Hello?
You hear me now? Bad connection. Let me call again. Oh Lord, provide me with patience. Hello?
Can I call you from another application?
It's okay, ma'am.
Possible?
It's okay. No, this is the only one we use. Sorry. Let us continue. So, is it really? Is it a sin you did if you have menstruation as a woman? Is that a choice you do? No. So how she can be? She have less religion? This is not fair. And who is the one who forbid her from praying when she have menstruation? Allah. So how that can be sin? How that can be used against her? So I say to you, when you have menstruation, you cannot pray. And then I say to you,
لا يتهمها بهذا يعني لا يعيبها عليه.
No, هو يعيبها. No, اقرأ الحديث. They said to him, فقالت امرأة منهن وما لنا يا رسول الله أكثر أهل النار قال تكثرن اللعنة وتكفرن العشير وما رأيت في نقصان العقل والدين. He continues saying, he said أما نقصان العقل فشهادة امرأتين تعادل شهادة رجل. So Muhammad is saying that you have half a brain because the Quran say that 2 women are equal to 1 man. And then he said this is هذا نقصان العقل وتمكث الليالي ما تصلي وتقتر في رمضان وتفطر في رمضان فهذا نقصان الدين. Okay, but how this can be her fault? Let us say for the sake of argument, women they have less brain, and the Quran saying 2 women are equal to 1 man. Okay, who is the one who created the women? Do you hear me, my sister?
Okay.
Who is the one who created the women? God, right? Okay, so if I created you, let us say for the sake of argument, I created you with half a brain. How that can be your sin? Because he's saying they will go to hell. Because of that reason, they will go to hell. So I made you half a brain, and then I will send you to hell because I made you half a brain. I made you have menstruation, and then I will send you to hell because you have menstruation. How that work? فهمت علي?
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, okay, I am the one who made you. أنا من خلقتك وخلقتك ناقصة عقل وناقصة دين. أنا خلقتك على هذا الشكل ثم أحاسبك على ما خلقت أنا. هذا ليس فيه عدل وهذا غباء. هذا غباء بعينه. فكيف أنا من خلقتك وأنا من جعلتك كما أنت علي ومن ثم أحاسبك على ما أنا خلقتك عليه. which means this hadith saying that Muhammad is the one who have half a brain, not the women. Because he's saying they will go to hell because the way they are created. Secondly, who believe really that women, they have half a brain? There's women, they are genius. There's men, they are stupid. Gender have nothing to do with it. There's a stupid women, there's a stupid men. And like you said to me, women are emotional. Emotion is a gift, is not a curse. You see, if you are not emotional, who is going to take for children, take care? It's a gift. It's not really something bad for you. Emotion can be bad if it's used in wrong location. But those women, what their emotional make them, we just showed you Muhammad getting crazy just for seeing a woman walking by. So who is the emotional one? Muhammad, he lost his mind because a woman, she was walking by, right? You remember the hadith? المرأة تدبر في صورة الشيطان. Why? رأى امرأة تدبر فجن جنونه جنسيا. فمن هو الذي تسيطر عليه الرغبة؟ محمد وليس النساء. هل سمعت بحياتك أن امرأة شاهدت رجل يمشي في الشارع فذهبت إلى المطبخ فقفزت على زوجها؟ This is crazy. You know? كيف يكون هذا من صنع الإله الخالق؟ وكيف يكون هذا محسوب عليك لتكوني في جهنم؟ لأنه قال أكثركم يا معشر النساء تصدقنا وأكثرنا الاستغفار. Okay, why? Because you have menstruation. So because I have menstruation, I have to ask to pray to Allah more. Why? This is stupid. Especially he is the one who forbid them from praying when they have menstruation. Why you don't allow them to pray and fast and when they have menstruation? So I forbid them from praying from when they have menstruation. I forbid them from fasting when they have menstruation. And then I say to them, you will go to hell because you don't do fast.
Okay.
So what do you think, my sister? What do you think about Muhammad now?
I don't know.
No, you know, come on, you are smart. You see, I believe that God, he gave you a brain like mine and even better, you know. God, he gave you a gift, my sister, use it. This is cannot be from God. God, he loves you. God, he created you. He created Adam and Eve. He did not create...
الأشياء التي تقولها.
Yeah.
I know. الأشياء التي تقولها غير جيدة إطلاقا يعني. It's not good. It's not good what they said, but I don't know. لازم نحلل من الأول والأول وجديد يعني نحاول نعمل تحليل من الأول وجديد.
Okay, she is saying the Quran, what the Quran is saying, what the Hadith is saying is not good. But my friend, if the Quran is not good and this is the book of God, not good, it's mean it's coming from the devil. Jesus said, who is the father of all lies? من هو أبو كل الكذب؟ قال الشيطان. The father of all lies is the devil. So if the Quran is not teaching good, that means it's a lie, because God don't teach bad. God, he don't do that, for his nature is holy. So God, he speak holiness and he do holiness. So this is why if we compare between Jesus and we compare between Muhammad, we will find that the distance between them, not only the opposite direction, it's the same distance between God and the devil. How that can be from God? When they say to you that the Prophet, he married Aisha at the age of 6, how that can be from God? Where is the mercy? Is it merciful that a man, he's 54 years old, he go after a child, she is 6 years old? Where is the mercy of God?
لكن تعرف إنه الأمور في العصر هذاك كانت مقبولة.
My sister, no, my sister.
في العصر هذاك كانت مقبولة وكانت يعني كثير في.
لا هذا غير صحيح.
كثير في جميع أنحاء العالم يعني ليس مقتصرا فقط على محمد.
If people they do such a thing, such an act, this is not from God. This is the devil. Because a child is a child. You see, when God, he created Adam and Eve, did he create Eve, she was a child, or he created her as a woman? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Did God create Eve and she was 6 years old to Adam?
Yeah.
No, he created a woman. She was a woman. So he did not create a kid so she can be the wife. He created a woman. So the man, he married a woman, not a child. This is why the Bible says the man, he leave his parents, he leave his family, and he marry a woman. And a woman means that she is a person who have at least reached the maturity of a female, you know, physically. Now, we can differentiate about the age, like now they say 18, 21. Those is things we came with as supposed to what is best for a human being. But based on the religious word, a woman, she is somebody who is in the age of menstruation, which means she is ready physically for meeting a man, and then they can have a baby if they, because remember, the marriage, the purpose of it is to multiply in this earth, not just to have sex. This is why God, he made the women able to carry a child. Not only she is able to have sex, correct? So the sex is not the reason. The sex was for the purpose to make the man like the women and the women like the man. Otherwise, why they will do it? You see, if the sexual joy is not there, the man will not marry the women, and the women will not marry the man. So God, he created that joy. So the man, he seek the women, and the women, she seek the man, and then they multiply. So if she is not enjoying it, she is not a woman, and she is not able to produce. She is not a woman, you know. In order to, because a child having sex with a man at that age, she will die. She will be tortured, you know. You hear in the news like somebody he with a child. What will happen? They will take him right away to they will take the girl to the emergency room. She will be bleeding like crazy. This is not a mercy. This is evil. So the Quran have tons of things against you as a woman, just because you are a woman. Just because you are a woman. Muhammad, he lived with the Jews, and the Jews didn't look good at women. So Muhammad was trying to copy from the Jews. The reason for him to be the way he is, looking down at the women, it was the way the Jews they use. And this is what proven to us from the Old Testament, how the Jews they treat women, and how Jesus refuted those Jews. And he said to them, he and she, they will not get married, they will be the same as angels. Because the Jews always think about the women as an inheritance, as a property, you know. And Jesus, he said to them, he and she, they will be equal in heaven. So by following Jesus, my sister, you are free, and I am not better than you, and you are not better than me. We are equal in the front of God, because simply he created us both. And even the Bible says both of them are called Adam, which means even you in the Bible, you are an Adam. You are equal to me, you are not less. Somebody will say to you, do you know that the Bible says that the woman, she have to obey her husband? This is a job. The man, he is the leader of the house because he can do what the women cannot do. But at the same time, the Bible says clearly that the man have to love his wife and give himself the same as Christ, he gave himself to the church. So the job of it being in charge is not to be in charge to beat the women, but to give yourself to the women, protect her, provide her, and be like a person who give her all the love and all what she need. Not the opposite. She is not your slave. She is not your servant. She is not made for your pleasure. She is made to be your wife. And this is why the marriage in Christianity is something holy.
Yeah, to be your partner.
There's a holiness there. You know, that God is involved there. In Islam, it's a contract. I mean, if I show you right now, Muslim website explaining to us the muta. Can you believe it that they say with no shame that muta mean renting women? Renting. Can you believe it? That somebody will say, and he dare to say, that muta is a kind of rental. What kind of religion this religion is allowed me to rent a woman? Let me give you a link, you know, or we can put it on the screen.
Okay.
And I will give you the link too. Okay, I will put on the screen. Let us open the screen. Okay, this is alislam.org. This is a Muslim website. The 4 pillars of muta. Pillars. Even
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
even this religion have a pillars. For what? For sex contract. Okay. What it says. Read carefully. In some work, special term applied to women who participate in muta, musta'jara, or rented women. Do you see it in the screen? Rented women. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of this religion who says that we can rent women? What is that? They will say to you, those Shia, but this is Quran, and it was Sunni practice too. Doesn't matter if it's a Shia or Sunni. This is in the Quran, chapter 4, verse 24. So, if Allah, He permitted me, even if it's for a certain time, let us say it was in the time of Muhammad, and then after that they say He forbid it. Doesn't matter. If Allah, He permitted me to rent a woman, what kind of God this God is? It says here.
يعني أنت تقول وقع تحريف القرآن وأنه الدين الإسلامي لا وجود له أصلا يعني اخترعوه الناس ولا اخترعوه محمد ولا يعني هو غير موجود أساسا.
تحريف القرآن ليس بمهم لأن القرآن بذاته أحمق يعني حرف لم يحرف لن يتغير يعني هل سمعت بأن هناك إله لا يتذكر ما خلق أولا القمر أو الشمس أو الغيوم أو الجبل يعني كله كما يقولون يعني messed up. So I don't really care for saying that the Quran is corrupt because you cannot corrupt the corrupted twice. لا تحرفي ما هو محرف لا يحرف ما هو محرف هو بالأصل كذبة فكيف نحرف الكذبة. So ولكن ما نحاول أن نرى إن كان هناك قداسة في هذه الديانة. أين القداسة؟ الرجل يستأجر امرأة. كيف يتكلمون عن البغاء وعن هذا بغاء. هذا بغاء. وحتى القرآن حلل البغاء وقال. Do you hear me? I think I lost her again. I apologize, guys. I'm speaking Arabic from time to time because her English is not so good. So, you know, I was saying to her, this is prostitution. This is nothing but prostitution. تسمعيني? Do you hear me? Hello? Hello? No sound. Are you there? Let me call her again. I think she's trying to call me. I cannot wait for her to say that she decided to leave Islam. I hope so before we finish today. Hello? 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 No sound. Hello? Do you hear me? Okay, if you can exit Paltalk and sign again. Let us try again. Hello? If you hear me, exit the program and come back. You hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, it's working now.
Okay,
so my sister,
okay.
What do you think about a God He allowed me to rent a woman? What kind of, who is this God who wanna give me permission to rent a woman? What is that? Isn't this is prostitution?
Well, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But it's not good what you said. يعني على حسب كلامك التي قلته واستنادا على الأحاديث التي ذكرتها ماهوش بكل مش جيد أقول فيه.
Yeah. She is saying, according to what we said and which the hadith I showed, Quran is not good, this is not good. So my sister, why you don't leave Islam? I advise you right now to leave Islam and to accept Jesus as your savior. At least for now, agree and say Islam.
I can't take this. I can't take this decision right now. I need to stay with myself and نحلل الأحاديث التي قلتها والأشياء التي قلتها مع الأشياء الموجودة لأستطيع أن أتأكد من قراري.
Okay.
That's it.
She is saying she need to study again what I showed her, and then she will analyze it and she want to be right with her decision. But my sister, I just showed you in the screen, I gave you that one. Later nothing will change. The hadith is there, the Quran is there, nothing will change. So your decision already, you agree it's bad. So nothing will change later. You know, you are just pushing it away because those are there. Is renting women are going to disappear by tomorrow? No. Is beating women going to disappear? The verse will be taken away? No. Is marrying children is going to be taken away? No. Is considering you half a brain and half religion is going to be changed? No. That is Islam. Islam is a pagan cult, kissing stones, going around a stone, bone in front of a stone, and then when even you want to beat shaitan, you throw stones. Islam is a stone cave time religion.
Okay.
كل ما في هذه الديانة هو الحجر. هذا دين حجر، عقل حجر، عبادة الحجر، تقبيل الحجر، تدوري حول الحجر وتسجدي أمام الحجر، وحينما تعاقبين الشيطان وتلقي عليه حجر. دين الحجارة.
Yeah, we talk about الحج here.
Everything in Islam, this is Islam. Islam is a stone, brain stone. I mean, you see, what is making you still until now not to say I'm out of Islam? Give me a reason. If there is something holding you from leaving Islam?
المشكل أن المعتقد بهذا نولد به يعني قلنا يعني المسيح يعتنق المسيحية لأنه ولد في دولة مسيحية والمسلم يعتنق الإسلام لأنه ولد في دولة مسلمة وكذلك اليهودي وكذلك الأندونيسي.
My sister, we don't believe in such a thing in Christianity. The Bible says you have to be born again with Christ. You have to be born again, which means you being born of a Christian family does not make you Christian. We don't believe in such a thing. So born again with Christ, which means you have to reborn. You have to accept him when you understand him. Not because you are a child, you are born of a Christian family, you are a Christian. That is not what Christianity, that is Islam, what they believe. So born again is what make you a Christian. So if I am born with a Christ, which means I wash myself, I reject everything except being following the Messiah. I started my new life, not the day, you see, this is why we call it born again, because you are born, first time when your mother, she gave birth to you, correct? So what born again mean? It's mean by accepting Christ, now I am born. Before that date, I am not. That is the birth we are talking about. So for us as a Christian, we don't believe that a person who is, born of a Christian family, that make him automatically Christian. That is not true. We don't believe in such a thing. We don't. You have to be born again with a Christ, and then that will make you a Christian. In Islam, is the opposite. In Islam, Muhammad, he says, everyone is born على الفطرة, مخلوق على الفطرة, Muslim. Everyone is born as a Muslim, but this is silly because how you are born as a Muslim, but you don't know what Muslim mean. And by the way, I assure you now, with your age, I don't know what your age, you don't need to tell me. If I ask you what Islam mean, you will not be able to give me the good answer. What Islam mean?
You asked me about my opinion after the conversation or after the conversation?
No, I'm saying now. Do you know what Islam means? The word
before,
Islam.
Sorry, before.
No, I'm saying what the word Islam means. Do you know? Now.
Islam, it means peace.
Where you get this from? You speak Arabic. My sister, you speak
Islam.
Arabic. No, the word Arabic for peace is salam.
يستسلم يعني الإنسان
The word
من
peace.
يستسلم يعني يستسلم لشيء ما.
No, يستسلم it means
Islam.
no. يستسلم means you surrender. You surrender. The opposite of peace is war. If I attack you, if I surrender your house or your castle, and I say surrender, you don't die. This is why Muhammad says Aslim Taslam. Correct? Aslim Taslam. If you become a Muslim, you will be safe. Safe from what? From being killed, slaughtered. So Islam is the opposite of peace. So Islam means surrender. So how this can be from God? Surrender to who? Surrender.
Yeah.
You say submission. Some naive Christian even they say that Islam means submission. But submission is something you do willingly. Willingly. You do submit to God willingly. It's a nice word. But Islam says it clearly. If you go in the Quran right now, Muhammad, he spoke about the Bedouin, the Arab. He said to them that the Bedouin, he said to the Bedouin, convert to Islam, surrender. Otherwise, my people will, you know, we will fight you, we will kill you. And then there was the Arab, they converted to Islam after Muhammad, he made a threat for them. And then they said, we believe. If you read here, chapter 48, verse number 16. Chapter 48, verse number 16. Let me give you the link. Okay. قل للمخلفين من الأعراب, say it into those Bedouin, the Arab, who were left behind, which means they did not join Islam yet. You will be called against a folk of mighty powers to fight until they surrender. Okay? If you obey, if you obey, we will not kill you. This is what the verse is saying. And then those Arab, they converted to Islam. They became Muslims. How they converted? By the sword. He threatened them to kill them. And then when they converted, they say, we believe. Chapter 49, verse number 14. The Arab, they said, we believe. What Muhammad said to them, Allah, he said to him, tell them you believe not. Okay, well, how they are Muslims but they don't believe? Do you know what I'm saying? It says, قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. You are not a believer, you are a Muslim. أسلمنا, so we surrender, but we don't believe. Do you hear me? I lost her again. God give me patience. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. You see the verse? You see the verse, my sister, it says here, the Arab, they said, we believe. Allah said to them, don't say you believe. Say, we surrender. So, okay. Aslamna. You see the word Aslamna? You speak Arabic. It says, Aslamna. Yeah. Okay. Aslamna, the Muslim translation, there was the word we submitted. But how they submitted then? Okay, if the word submitted is true, that means they believe. But Muhammad saying to them, you are a bunch of liars. You converted to Islam because I was going to kill you. So you believe not, but you became a Muslim. You surrender. You see it? Because how somebody convert to Islam yet he is not a believer. So what is conversion? What kind of conversion this conversion is? Obviously, it's not a conversion. It was something they've been forced to do. And because they've been forced to do, they have to surrender to Muhammad. And this is what Islam means. Otherwise, the verses are clear. They don't believe. They don't. Faith did not even enter your read carefully. Faith has not entered your heart. Okay, so how they say Shahada? You know, this is crazy. So somebody, he says, I believe in Jesus, but he don't believe in Jesus. Why? So, Aslamna, you surrender. You surrender to the army of Muhammad. So even Islam name is given to you wrong. all your life you hear this word, you speak Arabic, and you think it means peace, but the fact the word peace is different. The word peace is salam. Islam is the opposite. Like in English we say known and unknown. Known, by adding two letters in front of it, that will make it unknown, the opposite. This is Islam is exactly. Salam and Islam is the opposite words of each other. Islam means to surrender, salam means peace. If you are in peace, you don't surrender to anyone, you're already in peace. You know, you already have peace. So don't say we believe, you're a liar. You don't believe, you only surrender. So the question, how they surrender themselves then? How, if they surrender themselves to Allah, okay, so how come they don't believe? They surrender to Muhammad, for this is Islam. Say Shahada or die. That's why Muhammad, when he sent a letter to the king of the Roman in Jerusalem, he said to him, Aslim Taslim, become a Muslim, you will be safe, otherwise we will kill you, we are coming for you.
You will be safe from the iqab. That's it's all about.
No, because Muhammad will kill you. No, my sister. No, my sister. No. Chapter 9, verse 29 says, kill, fight the Christian. Qatiluhum. Qatilu in Arabic means fight to kill, not to beat them, you know, in their face. Fight to kill, right? They use a sword. Qatiluhum until they pay the jizya and they are subdued. And yadin wahum saghirun. This is not about the judgment day. Now, I just showed you Muhammad saying, attack the Romans so you can get the blondie girls. You forgot it? You remember it?
No, I didn't forget.
Okay, so if Muhammad talking about penalty and punishment in judgment day, then he do not need to attack them. Okay, they don't believe, God will punish them. He said attack the Romans so you can get the blondie. So this is why I'm saying, okay, if you say I'm going to wait to make a decision, I don't know what are you waiting for, because already you saw all those things. Not a single thing I showed you is from my own pocket. It's your book. It's in front of you. Actually, what kind of God he accept those people to be called Muslim?
Thank you for all.
My sister, I just have a question. What kind of God he accept those people? He is saying to them, call yourself Muslims. What kind of God this God is? What kind of God he knew that those people don't believe in him, and then he said to them, you are only Muslims. You know what I'm saying? How you call them Muslims but they have no faith? A person who don't believe but he convert to a religion, he's a hypocrite. He's not. So a Muslim, according to this verse, is someone is a hypocrite. Allah correcting them, saying, don't say we believe, say we are Muslims. Correct? So Allah giving definition to a Muslim is somebody is a corrupt, is a hypocrite, is a liar. He say you can't say I'm a Muslim, but you can say I'm a believer. So okay, how this guy is called a Muslim but he don't believe? So, yeah, but he don't believe. So he is not a believer, but Allah saying to him, you don't believe, this is why you should call yourself a Muslim. This is crazy. لا يؤمن ونقول له قل أنا مسلم لا تقل أنا مؤمن. هذا يعني أن رب المسلمين يقبل الكذابين على أنهم مسلمين مع علمه بأنهم ليسوا بمؤمنين. In Christianity we don't have such a thing. That's why we said you have to be born again. That's why Jesus says, not everyone say to me, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. You can say God every day. You can pray, you can act as you wish, you can claim to be Christian, you can wear a cross, you can go to the church, but doesn't make you a Christian, for you are not doing the will of God. That is Jesus' teaching. Here is the opposite. Faith never enter your heart. You do not know what faith is, you are a liar, and yet you call yourself a Muslim. With Jesus you cannot call yourself a Christian unless you are truthful, unless you believe, unless you follow him. This is why we say Christianity and Islam is totally the opposite. We have nothing to share. So what do you think, my sister? You would like to make a decision now, or still you are not?
But I want to ask another question.
Sure, go ahead.
Just I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
شنو رأيك في الديانة اليهودية؟ ما هو رأيك في الديانة اليهودية؟
Well, we don't believe in something called the Jewish religion. She's asking.
Because we know لأننا نعلم أن هناك 3 ديانات سماوية.
No, there's no.
هناك 3 سنوات. 3 ديانات.
No, sister. There's no 3
سماوية. يعني نتحدث عن الديانات السماوية المعروفة.
No. Okay.
يعني هناك الإسلام، المسيحية واليهودية.
أختي العزيزة، ليس هناك 3 ديانات، ليس هناك 3 ديانات سماوية، هذه كذبة. فإن اليهودية هي نفس الديانة المسيحية. اليهود ينتظرون المسيح والمسيحيين قبل المسيح. فالمسيحية هي اليهودية واليهودية هي المسيحية. There's nothing is called Judaism, nothing is called Christianity. For both worship the same God, and the Jews, they were waiting for the Messiah. The Messiah, he came. Some they believe in him, some they don't. That is a Christianity. So Christianity is a continue of Judaism, is not something new. The difference is that Judaism was for the Jews. That's why it's called the Jews. For the people who belong to a family or tribes. Christianity is for everybody. So Christianity and Judaism is the same God, the same belief. Islam is not part of it. It's not. As you see, Islam promotes everything the opposite of Christianity and Judaism.
يعني أنت تقول إن اليهودية والمسيحية يعني نفس الشيء. الإسلام هو الوحيد المختلف عنه.
المسيح قال أتيت لأكمل وليس لأنقض. أكمل ماذا أكمل؟ أكمل الكتاب، أكمل التعاليم التي أعطيتها لكم. So he said I came to complete not to destroy. So complete what? Complete what?
الإسلام يعني حتى الإسلام يقول نفس الشيء.
No, Islam can say whatever they want, but as you see, Islam is not the same. Islam is not the same. You know, do the Jews believe that if you cast a stone is going to forgive your sin? Is that right? Do the Jews believe that if you touch the Yemeni corner and the black stone that will forgive your sin? That is paganism. Do you really believe yourself? Let me ask you this question: that if you touch the black stone and the Yemeni corner, your sin is forgiven? Is that right? Or this is pagan? What do you think?
I didn't understand.
Okay. هل تؤمنين بأن تقبيل الحجر الأسود ولمس الحجارة في الركن اليمامي تمسحان الخطايا عن المسلم؟ هل هذا من الخالق أم هذا وثني؟ What do you think? If you touch the black stone.
الموضوع متاع الحجر وخطر إنه أنت تعطي يعني المعتقد متاعي في النقطة هذه تعطي فلوس قد لا باش نمشي بهم الحج. For example, in my country الحج costs 20 million, so you can give them to other people. It's better than going
my sister, this is not my question. Listen to me carefully.
For example,
my sister, let me repeat the question. I will say it to you in Arabic. هل تؤمنين بأن لمس وتقبيل الحجر الأسود ولمس وتقبيل الركن اليماني في الكعبة يغفر الخطايا؟ هل تؤمنين بأن تقبيل هذه الحجارة تغفر الخطايا؟ لا. So what Muhammad said that those who touch it, okay, those who touch it, those two stones, Allah will forgive his sin. Let me find you the hadith so you can read it. I'm looking for it. Let us see. I'm trying to find the hadith for you. Your prophet said clearly that the one who touched them, Allah forgave his sin. Let us see. Here we go. I found the hadith. Give me a second. Islam is 100% a pagan cult. هذه ديانة وثنية أخذها محمد عن العرب قبله. كانوا يعبدون الحجارة ويقبلون الحجارة ويدورون حول الحجارة. Okay, let us see. I'm trying to find it still.
I know. قريش يعني كانوا يعبدون الحجارة.
تماما. محمد اعتبر كل شيء الصفا والمروة. All those things was from Quraysh before him. I'm just, I don't know why I'm not getting lucky to find the hadith. Hold on. Usually I find it in a second. But let us see. Man, I'm not getting it. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. I have it in Arabic, but I want to find it in English too, so people can see it and you can see it too. Otherwise, I can give you the hadith in Arabic. Let's see. Why I'm not getting lucky? Because I'm sure that it exists here. But anyway, this is the hadith here in Arabic. It says, إن مسح الحجر الأسود والركن اليماني يحطان الخطايا حطة رواه أحمد وصححه الألباني. It's صحيح. Those who touch the black stone and the Yemeni corner, they delete all your sin. And it is a sahih reported by Ahmad, and it is authentic according to the Al-Albani. So how that can be from God? In the same time, Umar al-Khattab, he got Muhammad busted. He said, I know that you are used as a stone. But Muhammad, he said, no, this is it's going to forgive your sin. Even Muhammad, he says that in the judgment day, Allah is going to send this stone with two eyes. Allah was going to send this stone with two eyes. So how Allah will send the stone with two eyes and is going to witness for you, and then Umar al-Khattab, he says, you are useless as a stone. You are useless. Somebody's lying. So this stone can forgive your sin. This stone, by touching it, this is pagan belief. You know? Why even this stone is holy? It's a stone. The Muslim, they say to you, this stone came from heaven. So what? So if God, he sent a donkey from heaven, we kiss him? You know what I mean? It's a stone. Stone is a stone. So my sister, you are following a pagan religion, ديانة وثنية, ديانة العرب ما قبل الإسلام. حتى القرآن حينما تكلم القرآن عن الصفا والمروة. هل تعلمين ما هي الصفا والمروة? Do you know what صفا والمروة mean?
اي الصفا والمروة نعرف.
اوكي. الصفا والمروة
اللي مشيت فيها السيدة هاجر.
No, this is a lie. The Safa al-Marwa was a place, you know, she said that Safa al-Marwa is a place where the mother of Ishmael was there. My sister, mother of Ishmael, she never go there, and we can show it even from the Quran. But in chapter 2, verse 158, it says that Safa and al-Marwa min sha'air Allah. فمن حج البيت واعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما. Okay, so there's no sin if you do Safa al-Marwa. Why? Read the interpretation. The Muslims, they said to Muhammad, we will not do Safa and Marwa. Why? Because this is the shrine of the pagan. They used to have two statues, one for Na'il, for a guy, and one for a girl. They had 6 in the Kaaba. So كان هناك تمثالين في الصفا والمروة، تمثال لرجل وتمثال لامرأة. وكان العرب يطوفون بينهم لأنهم الله جعلهم حجارة، لأنهم قد تزاوجوا داخل الكعبة، يعني تناكحوا، فجعلهم حجارة أو العرب طبعا صنعوا لهم تماثيل ويطوفون بينهم، ديانة وثنية. محمد حينما أتى المسلمون وقالوا له لمحمد لن نتبع هذه الديانة بين الصفا والمروة. بعض المسلمين رفضوا وقالوا سوف نتبع الصفا والمروة، هذا ما أخذناه من أجدادنا. فقال لهم محمد اتبعوا الصفا والمروة فلا جناح عليكم، بمعنى أنه ليس هناك عليكم ذنب. كيف ليس هناك عليكم جناح، ليس هناك there's no sin in doing that. Why he's talking about sin? Because this is the pagan practice. So Muhammad the liar, the Jews, they say we have Abraham, he say I believe in Abraham. The Christian, they say we believe in Jesus, he say I believe in Jesus too. The Arab, they say believe in Marwa and Safa, he said I believe in Safa and Marwa. We believe in the Kaaba, we believe in the Kaaba. So whatever they believe, he accepts in order to make them believe in him as a prophet. He's a hypocrite man. You see it? You can open the interpretation. I advise you, you can open the interpretation. You see there's a book, it's called Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul. Alright, the reason for the verse to come.
Asbab al-Nuzul.
So you will see that a group of Muslims, they refuse to follow it. They say this is the pagan. What we thought you are coming to believe in the oneness of God and etc. And now you are following the pagan. Another group of Muslims, they said no, we want it. This is what our grandfathers they used to practice, so we will do the same. And here you see, like, let me give you this link, have the whole interpretation. But if you go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul, you will see the reason for it. If I go right now, actually, let me open the website. Hold on, give me a second. At-Tafsir. I will give you a link too. But you can search it in Arabic, so you can read it in Arabic. Okay, let's go to. Give me a second. Chapter 2, 158. All right, 158, here we go. And now we go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul. And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Okay, I will give you the link. You can open it in your own time. And you can search for the same thing, the same book, open for the same verse in Arabic, so you can understand it better. You will see here it says that this verse was revealed about the helper, which means the Ansar. They used to make Hajj between Manat, which was closed to Qudayda, and they also used to avoid going between As-Safa and Marwa. When Islam came, they asked Allah Messenger, Allah bless him and give him peace, about this. Allah the Exalted, he revealed the verse. This is narrated by Al-Bukhari, and then he continued there down. Look what it says. Yahya, he says, it's from Hashim, from his father, that Aisha, she said, the verse was revealed about a group of people from the helper, which means the Ansar, before Islam. They used, before Islam, see it? Do you see it? Before Islam. Okay, if those people are pagan before Islam, what does have to do with Abraham? They don't know what Abraham is, right? What Abraham? There's no Abraham there. Those are pagan. So before Islam, they used to make Hajj between Manat, and they were forbidden from going between As-Safa and Marwa. And when they went to Hajj with Allah Messenger, Allah bless him, give him peace, they mentioned to him, and so Allah revealed this verse. All right, and let us continue down a little bit more. The more they tell us, the more we see the story. It says here, Abu Usama said to his from Hisham, from his father, Aisha, she said, Anas ibn Malik, he said, we dislike going between As-Safa and Al-Marwa because they were the shrines of Quraysh in the pre-Islamic period. So we abandoned them in Islam. Here you will see that if those Muslims they are living there, don't you know that this is where Hajar, she used to go, as you said, as they told you? And Hajar, she was there. And this is a, the Muslim, they have tons of application. They say that the water of Zamzam is from the time of Hajar, They say now Hajar, she's big. Why Hajar, she want to go between two hills? This is crazy. So here it says from the pre-Islamic area, and we abandoned them in Islam. So Muhammad himself, he stopped doing it. Even Muhammad, he forbidden them from doing it. And then Muhammad, to gain more Arab to join him because they like this practice, he said to them, it's not sin for you. So the verse revealed, said Ibn Umar, Ibn Hubaysh, or Habashi. I asked Ibn Umar about the verse. He said, go to Ibn Abbas and ask him, and then etc. And then he said, it says, read carefully. There was on the Safa an idol in the form of a man called Isaf. And in Al-Marwa, there's an idol in the form of a woman called Na'ilah. You see it? Na'ilah. So there was two idols, one for a male and one for a female. And they had sex. And they're funny, they say that the Christian, they say that those people have into them this because they have sex in the Kaaba. But we Christian, we don't believe in the Kaaba anyway. I mean, is the Christian in charge of the Kaaba ever? Never. So, and we don't have to do with this anyway. You know, we Christian, we don't believe in such a garbage. So obviously, there's some truth in it. There was a statue of a male in one hill and statues for a female, and it says here that Allah, he punished them for they have sex in the Kaaba. They committed adultery in the Kaaba, and as punishment of Allah, turned them into two stones. Which were placed in the Safa and Marwa. So when Muhammad is making, okay, the Kaaba is the place of Allah where he made his house. Wonderful. What does Safa have to do with this and Marwa? What is this? How this is part of Islam?
Okay, I understand.
Okay. And Muhammad all his life was praying to Jerusalem.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah. Well, I invite you still, my sister, to say I am out of Islam right now.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. But what do you think? Did you decide?
Well, give me time, my friend.
Okay. Well,
I
will add you to my list.
Well,
I will add you in my pato.
I want to stay with myself. I want to recap all this and treat it in my head, my mind.
All right.
So just give me the time, my friend.
No problem. My sister, I pray for you, and I ask all the Christians to pray for you. Pray for our sister here. She is a decent woman. I can tell she is coming from a good family. Her parents, they taught her how to speak, how to be nice, how to speak gentle. You are a good person, and really I would like to have you saved and accepting the Messiah as your Savior. And we Christians, we love everybody. The Lord, he ordered us to love. He said, love your enemy. So if you think I am your enemy, I am not. I am your brother. And I am here to save you and to take your hand away from the devil. No, but this because this is what Islam taught you.
نحترم آراء بعضنا، نحترم وجهة نظر بعضنا، نتناقش في كنف الاحترام والتقدير.
Yes, but this is against Islam. Respecting me is against Islam. The Quran forbid you from respecting me. Quran 9:29. This is why it says
هذه هي القيم التي تربيت عليها.
Okay, you are not following Islam.
التي تربيت عليها وربني عليها والدي.
عزيزتي.
يعني الاحترام، اني نحترم الرأي الآخر ونحترم الآخرين ونحترم وجهة نظر الآخرين. يعني كل إنسان يعتنق الديانة التي يريدها، هو حر. يعني ما عنديش إكراه، ما عنديش تخصيب. يعني هذا هو فكري وهذه الأشياء التي تربيت عليها.
ممتاز. ولكن هذا ليس الإسلام. هذا لأن أهلك ناس طيبين وعلى خلق. ولكن هذا ليس الإسلام. الإسلام يقول أن وقد بعثتم خير أمة للناس. قالوا له يا رسول الله كيف؟ قال تأتون بهم والسلاسل في أعناقهم. They said to him, the prophet, he says, you've been sent as the best for mankind, the best of mankind. They said to him, how? How is that? He said, for you go and bring them and the chain around their necks. So you are saying you respect me, you say your family, they taught you to respect me, to respect my belief. This is totally against Islam, my sister. Islam says you as a Muslim, you have a duty to bring me like a dog from my neck. You put a chain around my neck. And this is how you make me a Muslim and you enter me into paradise. Otherwise I have to die. So you are a good person, your family are good people, that's wonderful, but Islam is bad, and you are not following Islam, obviously, neither your family. And this is the hadith in front of you, it's Sahih al-Bukhari. Do you see it? كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. How? You bring people in the chains around their neck. How evil. How evil to imagine I say to you Christianity is the best, and because of that I'm going to put a chain around your neck because I want to save you from Muhammad. I will bring you with a chain. This is not what God's want, because I just forced you to believe. I did not make you a believer. This is what happened to the Arab. You remember the hadith, the verse? He said to them, don't say we believe, we say we are Muslims. This is how he made them Muslims. He brought them and he put the chain around their necks. Now either you convert to Islam or you will die as a slave, or even I will kill you. You hear me, sister? Hello? Maybe we lost her again. You hear me, my sister?
Hi, yeah, I'm hearing you.
What do you think about this hadith? Isn't it crazy? Isn't it sick? Isn't it disgusting? هذا معيب.
Yeah.
هذا معيب. كيف يكون هذا الرجل رسول? Here we go. You are hearing the adhan now. All right. Okay, I don't want to hear this, so I have to hang up on you. This is the devil call. So, sister, call me anytime in life. I will be happy to listen to you, and you can invite even your mother and your father to talk to me. I will be happy to talk to them, and they can invite a sheikh with them, and I will be happy to show them in front of their sheikh that Islam is bad, and they cannot refute me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And we pray that God, He bless you and bless your family. Take care, my sister.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Take care. Thank God I don't hear this adhan no more. It's the call of the devil. How annoying, how rude. A person is asleep, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. A person is sick, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. A person is studying Allah, they force it on you. They force it. You are in the bathroom doing poo-poo, Allahu Akbar. In the school, Allah, they put like 1,000 speaker every 500 meter. They want to force you to be a Muslim. But thank God, this lady, she is going to leave. And she lives in the heart of Islamic countries. We just heard the adhan behind her from the mosque. We are going to defeat the devil in his house. She will be saved. She will be saved. Maybe the devil's teeth is sharp. Maybe they are big. But God is powerful. And He can strip him from his teeth as easy as you can imagine. Even Muhammad himself, he said, when the devil, the Antichrist, he sees Jesus, he will be melted like salt in the water. Like salt. As salt melt in the water. That is my Lord, my friend. Let me show you the hadith. Here we go. When the devil he see Jesus, he will be melting like salt in the water. Even Muhammad, who is following the devil, he could not deny that when Satan he see Jesus, he would dissolve, he would disappear, just as salt dissolve itself in water. That is my Lord, my friend. And this is how weak the devil in the front of our Lord. Imagine, the devil will dissolve like salt. He can't even fight. He don't even dare. He will dissolve immediately. That is a Christ. And if you ask yourself, what will make the devil dissolve like salt in the water? That is the holiness of God. The holy God will burn the devil. His holiness, he will dissolve. My friend, the one is asking about Zulqarnain, we have tons of videos about it. Search for them. You can read in my books too. But we can talk about it again some other time. So guys, I'm really, I'm really tired. I lost my voice talking for long, sitting in the chair for long. And I pray for our sister and pray for her, please. And we pray for the Lord that all of us, we will be saved. For believing in Christ will save you for sure. But you have to be a true believer. Not everyone say to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father. Remember that. We Christian, we are not to be deceived by the devil. Wearing a cross doesn't make you Christian. Going to church doesn't make you Christian. Make you Christian is to be a true believer. And the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them, not from their names. You can call yourself a Christian. You can call yourself whatever you want. But names doesn't matter. You remember a day ago we were talking about who to believe, like people in politics, how they fool us and how they lie to us. Believe what they do, not what they say. Because what people do is what matter. What people say, it doesn't matter. Muhammad, he speak about himself being good, but he do evil. I can say I am a good person, I do this, I do that, I pray, I fast, but I can do the most, I can do the most disgusting things. So believe in what they do, not what they say. They do something and they say something else. Well, we have a Muslim, he want to debate me. My friend, I would like to debate you, but you have a naked picture of you in your get out of here. Look at this guy. A naked picture. And you want to debate me? Go dress up. You must be coming for paltok, for, looking for sex maybe. Get out of here, naked boy. Cover your nakedness, shame on you. So we pray to the Lord to save this lady and her family. She's a nice lady, and really in my heart for her, I pray to the Lord from my heart that she is going to be saved. And it's really sad to see those people there are left alone, from knowing the truth, because nobody dared to speak about it there. You live in an Islamic country. Who dared? Who dared to go in the street and tell her what he said to her? Who dared? Nobody. They will kill you immediately. The internet, it might be bad. There's many bad things on the internet. A lot of bad things. But the internet can give us an amazing tool to reach out even to the places where nobody can go. They stop us from preaching the gospel. We are there. We are there, you like it or not, and the truth is coming. And the truth will set you free, as the Lord, the Messiah, he said, search the books, read the books, and the truth will set you free. And here you notice something very important. What set you free is the truth. And this is an amazing statement. It's a pure wisdom. Because what is our problem in this earth? We do not know the truth. When you marry a wrong person, you do not know the truth about him. So your marriage is damaged. When you do a business and you fool about this business, you thought it is good, but it turned to be bad, it is damaged. When you spend your life worshiping a wrong God, all your worship and the act you did, it was damaged. Why? Because you do not know the truth. The truth, my friend, is your freedom. And Jesus the Christ, our Lord, he said, I am the truth. I am the way, I am the door, I am the life, I am the resurrection, and nobody can go to the Father but me, by me. I cannot even dare to compare between the Messiah and the filthy religion of Islam, for that is an insult to my Lord, and I seek forgiveness from him if I ever did. How we can compare between the holiness of holiness and the filth of filth? We cannot. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to invite your friends to join us. Don't forget to download my videos. I don't keep them for long, as you know. And until we see you soon again, I pray to the Lord to keep you in good health and wealth. You and your family and your friends. We pray for the Muslims too. We love them. We will never hate them. The Lord, he says, love your enemy. If somebody asks you to walk one step with him, walk 1,000 with him. And today we walk with our sister here thousands of steps. And we pray that she will reach to the place which she deserves to be. God bless you, and see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is false, and we prove it every day. Thank you.